Trail through Daybreak. Mal schauen, vielleicht schaffen wir es heute. Wenn wir schon im letzten Kapitel sind.
What do I do?
Let's see what we've got.
Problem child. My son Curtis has recently started behaving rather violently. I'm concerned he might have made friends with some bad eggs. I would like you to investigate what happened to him. I will explain things over at my house in Old Town. There's still lingering scent. Jupp. Das Übliche.
Hey,
You're Sora, right? The one who put the call out for us? We are with Arkwright Solutions. Nice to meet you. Sieht nicht aus wie ein Sora. Definitiv nicht. Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for coming. Please, have a seat. I'll get some tea ready in just a minute. I was curious what a Spriggan would be like, you know? But you look just like normal people. I might have even seen you around town before. You probably have. Our office is in Old Town. They know some stuff about you and your son. He's studying for high school entrance exams, right? Wow, you weren't kidding. You really do know about us. But you're right. We're hoping he'll be able to get into Aramis Academy, so I've been having him rigorously study every day. His grades were in a bit of a rut for a while, but they have thankfully started improving. Not that I ever doubted him, of course. He's my son, so of course he's capable. If he keeps this up, he surely will nail a spot in the academy at the tippy top of his class. Helikoptereltern. Mom's real passionate about her kids' education. But right, as he's starting to show some promise, the situation turns dire. Curtis has been behaving really strange as of late. He's become violent all of a sudden, yelling really loudly, hitting things. He's never done that before? Never in his life. He's always been a good boy. He must be in some awful company if he's acting this way. That's the most logical explanation. I take my eyes off of him for a moment, and this happens. That's why I need you. Please figure out what happened to my precious Curtis. So what if he's gotten a little sassy? I'd want to curse myself mute if I was getting choked like this 24/7. Really? I don't think it would hurt to look around a little and make sure he isn't falling in with a bad crowd, just to be safe. What do you think, Van? Should we help her? Maybe. Give me a minute to think about it. Wir brauchen immer Geld, also helfen wir wem immer wir können. Alright, we'll take the case. Fantastic, thank you so much. If you don't mind me asking, madam, where's Curtis right now? He's out buying some reference material. There's a bookstore in the Teil district we like to shop at. I imagine he's there. Oh, he's out right now? Perfect. Before we start with anything else, mind if we search his room? I ain't too hot on digging through a teen's room like that, but it's the most obvious place to start looking. I understand. You can search his room. Follow me upstairs. Bet you anything he's got all the good dirty mags hidden under his mattress. How did I know you were going to say that?
You have my support, Mr. Arkwright.
Here you are. This is Curtis' room. Thanks for showing us. Alright, let's get this done before the kids back home. Ben and the rest started combing through Curtis' bedroom. At first, they found nothing of note that could plausibly explain his violent turn in behavior. The only objects kept hidden were mock exams with failing scores. But a few minutes later... Well, look at that. Did you find something, Van? You bet. Take a look at what I found tucked away inside the desk drawer. A mint tin. It looks empty. I don't think I recognize that brand. Could you explain what it is? They sell tobacco-flavored mints inside these suckers. You only get them if you're smoking or trying to quit. That would explain why it doesn't smell like cigs in here. They could have been chewing on those instead of lighting one up. They taste like what? They might not be the real thing, but only the delinquents even think about smoking at his age. Oh, my poor Curtis. Where did I go wrong with you? I thought I raised you to be such a good boy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. You might be missing something that explains why he had this tin. I know exactly why he had it. It's all my husband's fault. Him and that scandal of his that got him demoted from the Bank of Edith. We were forced to move into Old Town because of that. If we were living in a safer neighborhood, my son wouldn't be straying from the path. My husband was supposed to start working at a subsidiary once he was out of probation. But where do I end up finding him instead? Montmartre. I caught him eating there again, without a care in the world while I was out shopping. Absolutely ridiculous. Has he been working this whole time, or just pulling the wool over my eyes? I can't trust him anymore, would you? Wow, she just keeps going. Anyway, this thing gives us a good jumping off point. We'll keep sniffing around and see what we turn up. Pardon my outburst. I'll leave you all to it. I'll be waiting for your report downstairs. But die Mutter. What's the matter, Van? Did you notice something else? Yeah, the tin still stinks. It's faint, but you can still get a whiff if you get real close to it. It smells just like an Orbal hookah. Feels like a lifetime ago, but I'd recognize that smell anywhere. What, really? And here I thought we were finally done with that bullshit. I don't know if I'm more surprised by the Orbal hookahs coming back, or that hound's nose of yours picking up that smell. I don't doubt Mr. Arkwright's right about it, but the CID and the police were supposed to have confiscated all of them. I don't remember hearing about that stuff coming in tablets. Where did he get something like that? I worry for how his health might be affected. Alright, Chief, what's the plan? Do we go straight to the kid and get him to spill? No, we need to figure out where these things came from in the first place. Right now, this stays between us. Nothing good can come of his mom catching wind of this. With a firecracker of a mom like that, I can only imagine. Since we're talking about tobacco-flavored mints, maybe a cigarette seller would know something. If his father smokes too, that could also lead somewhere. Agreed, might as well look into both of those. Mom said something about her husband eating at Montmartre. Ich soll einfach vor den Raum abstellen.
Hey,
Let me ask you something.
Wait a minute, we want to ask something about your son. Ben explained the request from Roman's wife and summarized the team's findings thus far. What? My son is chewing on tobacco-flavored mints? I can't believe it. He's never been the brightest at school, but I didn't think he'd be that stupid. Sir, please calm down. As an aside, do you smoke at all yourself? Goddess, no. Why would I? The smell would only make our clients uncomfortable. And do you have any idea why Curtis would be taking those tablets? Any idea at all? Oh, I know what's going on with him. Boy must be getting lazy, tired of studying for entrance exams, so he must be taking them as a distraction. What an embarrassment. He's getting real spoiled if he thinks he can get away with all of this nonsense. When I was his age, I was so focused on my studies, I didn't even eat or sleep. Just what in Gehenna is Sora doing raising our son for him to turn out like that? What's his problem? I get that he's mad, but he's still the kid's dad. With parents like these, kid is gonna start acting out sooner or later. Thanks for the info. We'll get out of your hair now. Super, Eltern.
Can we talk?
Sorry to interrupt your class. Can we have a quick chat? We wanted to ask about a kid we've been hired to look into. Name's Curtis. Of all the times. I guess we can if it really can't wait. Let's go somewhere else. Ben explained the request he and the others received from Curtis' mother. They also explained his stark change in personality. Right, okay. Not gonna lie, I think his parents are making a storm in a teacup. He's not gonna turn into some hardened criminal because of this. But to answer your question, I do know who you're talking about. He came to my tobacco kiosk about an hour ago. He did? Yeah. He asked if I had any tobacco-flavored mints for sale. I told him I don't sell them and that, even if I did, a kid like him shouldn't go anywhere near them. He got all huffy and started yelling, called me an old hag, which was nice of him. Wow, I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. Damn, kid's got balls to say that to your face. What'd he do after that? Beats me. My guess is he went looking for some other place he could sucker into selling him those mints. Makes sense. Thanks for the info. Well, that's both people on our list. And none of it helped. That didn't really tell us anything new about the kid, and we got no info to go on about those mints. Guess the last stop's that bookstore his mom mentioned. He might not even be there, but it can't hurt to talk to him if he is. If he's not, we can always ask the staff. They might know something. Let's gucken, wenn ihr Laden hier ist.
Quit dawdling and buy something.
No, Zeitung.
Come back soon.
Then let's head over.
Let me ask you something.
I don't see anyone who looks like they could be Curtis. I'll hit up the manager and see what she has to say. Excuse me, does the name Curtis ring a bell by any chance? Ben explained the request he and the others received from Curtis' mother. They also explained his stark change in personality. Oh wow, poor Curtis. I had no idea he was going through all of that. He comes here a lot, so one of my workers and I made a point of looking after him and helping him with his studies. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell you anything about his personal life or those mints you mentioned. That's all news to me. That's okay, we appreciate you talking to us at all. If you don't mind me asking, could you tell us about the other worker? Oh, I recognize you. You come here a lot too. You're from Aramis, aren't you? His name is Albert. You probably know him, right? Yes, absolutely. I can't believe I forgot that this is where he works. He sure does. He and Curtis seem to get along really well. He would recommend reference books for Curtis to buy and whatnot. Between the two of us, I imagine Albert would know more about him than I do. That load of good that'll do, unless we can track the nerd down. Any ideas where he might be? At this hour, he's probably either on campus or somewhere around the Arbor district. And what are we waiting for? Let's go find him. That's exactly what we're gonna do. Fingers crossed he doesn't turn out to be a dead end.
Time to depart.
This is almost over.
Can we talk?
Already.
I'm sorry to call you all of a sudden, Albert. It's alright. It looks like it's something you need to be discreet with. Something like that. We're looking into someone right now. Do you know Curtis? Ben's team told Albert what they'd heard from Curtis's mom. They also mentioned how he'd changed recently. Damn it, I knew something was up. He'd been acting strange lately. Maybe unstable is the best word for it. It was very different from his usual self. How long have you known? You know, I don't really want to help you. But I guess I noticed it around late October, early November. He was pretty down in the dumps before that, saying he'd lost motivation. But he then started being all excited about his studies all of a sudden. Something was off about it though. We don't know where all that enthusiasm came from. Thank you for letting us know. Have you heard anything in particular about his friends? As if he was hanging around with a bad crowd? No, not really. Didn't look like it anyway. Wait, maybe. It's not quite that. But I remember someone that looked like him hanging around the back streets in the Tyrell district. Since it was at night and the guy he was talking to looked real shady, he kinda just assumed it couldn't be Curtis. Damn it, maybe that's the guy that... Come on, stop mumbling out and out with it already. We've been warned at school to watch out for a suspicious man that hangs around Tyrell's back street. He apparently sells tobacco and hard drugs to young people. That's what the rumors say anyway. I should have made the connection earlier. Curtis could have bought the tablets from him. That makes a lot of sense. Maybe he was going to meet him today when he said he was going to the bookstore. Looks like it anyway. Next up, Tyrell's back streets. Well, I'm glad I could be of help. Please, do something for Curtis. We will. Thank you for your help, Albert. Ja, wir rennen mal von richtig quer durch die Stadt und da warten, was er immer noch
Let's
dort
be
ist.
on our way.
Dann müsste er ganz schön langsam sein, wenn er knapp eine Stunde Vorsprung hat. Aber wie gesagt, aber Videospiellogik. There he is. That's gotta be the seller, right? He just looks like it. Only one way to find out. I'll pose as a customer and try talking to him. You guys hang out here. If we approach him as a group, he'll probably get spooked. Makes sense to me. Good luck, Van. Whoa, hold on a minute, Chief. We're talking about a guy who deals to kids. He's not gonna want to sell to an old fart like you. You'll never miss an opportunity to remind me that I'm older than you, do you? But you might have a point. If his client base is students like Curtis, then I sure as hell am out. Oh, Van, don't let Aaron get to you. You're still perfectly young. Yeah, don't worry about it. You should be more confident. Nah, I agree. I'm not the best man for the job. It ought to be someone who looks rebellious enough to enjoy taking drugs. Or else our guy won't bite. You're up, kid. Show this old man what a young punk like you can deliver. Hell yeah, I'll deliver alright. Just watch and learn. Yo dude, thought you could hook me up with some good shit. That true? Who the hell are you? A good friend of mine told me all about you. Said you've got some kick-ass mints that can get you high. Emphasis on the kick. Mind hooking me up with some? I'll pay you whatever you want if it's that good. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. That lanky-ass school kid fill you in. I'll let you in on a secret. That stuff originally came straight from some pharmaceutical company. I hadn't heard of them before, but I guess they got busted by the cops or something like that. They were out on the market for only a hot minute before they were taken off. I just sold the last of my stock to that kid a little while ago. You kidding me? All that talk and you've got nothing to deliver? Way to let a guy down. Hey, trust me, I'd love to have more so I could make even more money. It is what it is. Seems like that kid's developed a real dependence on him though. I tried telling him what I just told you, but he got all pissy with me. Told me to give him more before chucking what he had like a little baby. Stuff like that's why I freaking hate dealing with addicts like him. They've always gotta make everything hard. Bingo. So the kid really did just come through here. Sounds pretty shitty, yeah. What did he do after he threw that temper tantrum? I suggested some other stuff to try, but he wouldn't listen to me. All he wants are those mints, it seems. So I told him to try the Blacklight District just to finally get the kid out of my face. Even told him how to get down there for a good measure. Hopefully he'll leave me alone now. Blacklight District, huh? That's a good idea. I could definitely see someone down there hawking that stuff in some dark and dingy corner. Is that all you were after too? Just those mints? I've got plenty of other perfectly good stuff, you know. I'll even give you a free hit. You should try it. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm only interested in those mints too. Great, thanks for nothing. What a waste of time this was. Think I'm gonna try selling somewhere else today. See here's better than a stuffed pump. Nice work. Sounds like you got a lot out of the dirt bag. I'm just glad we had an idea of where Curtis might be now. I bet we can guess where those mints came from too. Yeah, it was probably a dummy corporation set up by A. Now all we need to do is find the kid and hear his side of the story. Seeing as he's on his way to the Blacklight District, let's focus on tracking him out first. We can question him after that. Shall we be on our way then? Sounds good to me. A place like that's going to be dangerous for a kid like him before long.
Off we go.
Don't think I've seen you before.
Finally. I finally found you. Hey, you're Maja, right? The herb seller? Tell me you've got the mints I'm looking for. Hey, I don't think I recognize you. You look like you came from the surface, the way you are dressed. Hate to break it to you, but I don't stock that garbage. Honestly, you should really quit taking those things if you know what's good for you. Liar! You have those mints? I know it. If I don't get more of those mints, I'm... Bingo. Knew this is where we'd find our Poindexter. Huh? What do you want? I could swear I recognized you from somewhere. You're Curtis, right? Clearly something's going on with this kid here. Mind filling me in? Sure. His mom sent out a request for us. Ben and company brought the tour up to speed on the events that brought them there. They clarified that the mints Curtis had been eating were reportedly laced with illicit substances. What? I didn't hear anything about that. All I knew was that they were hard to come by. I thought they were ordinary mints that just happened to taste like tobacco. Oh, there's more to them than that. Much more. I heard they were manufactured by A, and that they leaked out onto the streets before the cops did their post-Tharbad roundup. The CID stamped out their pipelines, so they are not being made anymore. It's only a matter of time before they are off the streets completely. Well, that's a relief. I get you kids like to rebel against your parents, but hard drugs aren't exactly the gotcha you think they are. It's not about that. I'm not trying to rebel. I need those mints. Why can't you simpletons understand? It's not worth damaging your body. You really need to stop. You're already showing side effects, but that outburst there? Probably the mints making you irritable and prone to withdrawal. Like it or not, those things are having an impact on you, and they are only gonna get worse the longer you are on them. I know that, for crying out loud. I know they are dangerous, but I have to take them. If I don't have them, I can't study hard enough. And if I can't study hard enough, I'll fail my entrance exam. And then I'll just be another stupid kid like all the rest. I don't even want to imagine how my parents would react if that happens. They'll yell and scream and maybe kick me out of the house. My life's over, isn't it? This poor kid. I feel awful for him. This mint addiction seems to be a symptom of the real problem then. We'll need to address the root cause to solve this case. This poor kid's been driven to a corner. We have to hold his parents accountable. No middle schooler should be stressing like this. But it's pretty clear to me that the parents share some of the blame here. We're gonna need to give him a talking to. I know you're not gonna like this, but I need you to be part of that discussion with us, okay? You don't mind me asking, do you know who sold those mints to him in the first place? We do actually. Blonde guy with a goatee seemed like he had a habit of slinging his stuff around town. Oh, him. Should have figured. Don't you guys worry, he hasn't been on the streets for long. I'll be sure to remind him of the rules we have here. Though frankly, if he's going around selling drugs to children, he won't be on the streets for long. Thanks, we'd really appreciate it. Saves us the ballet of having to go find him again. I probably ought to report back to Renee before doing anything else though. Now that we're done here, let's swing back around to Bermuddy's place and fill him in on the details. Good idea. Maybe he can take a look at Curtis and diagnose his condition too. Ben and company quickly got to work, paying Bermuddy a visit and filling him in on their minty mystery. Having previously analyzed the ingredients found in the Orbal hookahs, Bermuddy was able to prescribe sorely needed medicine for the boy. And once Curtis' symptoms subsided, Van contacted his parents. They agreed to reconvene at the family's home so that the group could report their findings. Okay, now that everyone's here, we can get started. What did you find? Was I right? Has Curtis made some bad friends? I'm sure it's just a typical rebellious teen phase. let's go over what we found, and then we can take things from there. Ben began by discussing how Curtis bought the tobacco-flavored mints from a dealer on a whim. Curtis soon had developed a dependency on them, since his academics improved when he used them. Ben also brought up how the mints were laced with drugs. Though the side effects were light, Curtis soon started taking prescription medicine, thinking it would cure him. This is all too much to take in. I feel so dizzy simply thinking about it. To think my own son would be taking prescription drugs. He's even worse than I could have imagined. I'm very disappointed in you. Is this the thanks I get, after supporting you and your studies unconditionally? What do you have to say for yourself, young man? Keep it down, will you? Or do you want the neighbors to hear you? As for you, did you forget that your father just started working again? I don't have time for this nonsense, and yet here you are, causing me nothing but problems, as if I don't have enough on my plate already. I practically had to beg for some time off work to come have this conversation with you. Are you even aware of what I'm going through? I'm sorry. I'm honestly surprised at the total lack of shame here. So am I. Are you actually sorry for what you've put us through, young man? I trust the police aren't going to have to get involved at this point. The last thing I need is for my son to get arrested. Now that will really get me fired. No, you two got it all wrong. He's not the one that should be ashamed. It's you two. You should be mortified. So I guess that's up to you. Can't force either of you to feel guilty. Guilty? What should I even feel guilty for? Don't try to change the subject. Curtis is the one that's acting like a delinquent. This isn't about us. On the contrary, this is all about you folks. Or did you forget already? You asked us to figure out why your kid changed. We are serving you the answer on a silver platter. Curtis was hitting a dead end with his studies and felt like he was being driven into a corner. It may be true, but I fail to see what that has to do with either of us. Since you're not getting it, I'll spell it out for you. Your son didn't fall in with a bad crowd or change because of some damned mints. It's all his parents' fault, a neglectful pair that failed to notice what he was going through. Or maybe you just didn't want to. I knew I wouldn't like where this conversation was headed. Where did I fail as a father, huh? Have you two ever stopped to think about how Curtis feels? I don't know everything about your family, but it looks like you two only worry about what you want for him, and not what he wants. And who are you, thinking you can tell us how to run our family? You don't have the slightest idea of how hard I've worked for this. Also, Curtis could get into a prestigious high school. His future would be set. Exactly. Do you know how much money I've spent on his textbooks and mock tests? I've done all that, despite my work situation. This conversation's getting nowhere, and fast. Should have known they wouldn't listen. I'd feel wrong bailing out and leaving the kid out to dry, though. Not really my style, but I guess it's time for a little marriage counseling. Natürlich. Wir empfehlen eine Scheidung. Maybe talking about your family bonds will get these two to snap out of it. Has it ever crossed your mind just why your son was so desperate with his studies? Who knows? Maybe I'm talking out my ass, but shit looks like he was just trying to live up to those lofty expectations of yours. That's not why. I just thought a good student should go to a prestigious school. And then you hit a brick wall. But that's when you started turning to those mints to get into Aramis. At the end of the day, is that what you wanted? I mean, sounds to me like what you really wanted was not to let your folks down. You put in all the effort so they would finally acknowledge you. I don't know what to say. And while your son's busting his back to succeed, what support did he have? He had a mother that twisted her love and affection for her child into a leash. And a father acting only for his own self-righteousness, without ever stopping to look back at his family. Honestly, none of you ever did. You two don't know the first thing about taking care of a kid if you think that this sad excuse for parenting's the best way to raise him. I'm so sorry. I wanted to support you, but it turns out all I was doing was burdening you even more. I might have let it get to my head, having so much power over managing your life. Danke für den Follow. I'll think about it maybe after the stream today. I failed you as a mother. I should have believed in you, and I didn't. I'm also sorry, son. I thought it was my job as the man of the house to provide for my family, and that it was your mother's job to raise you up instead. When I was demoted at work, I thought I'd failed you all. But that's not when this all started. It began with me neglecting you, and what really should have been my role within this family. Dad, Mom, I think it's time for us three to sit down and talk as a family. Talk and figure out where we went wrong and how to fix things. You're right. It's time we stopped running from reality and started trying to work together. Yeah, I guess so. We really do need to talk. Phew, glad things have finally calmed down. You had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. I sincerely hope the conversation they'll have once we leave proves to be a fruitful one. I don't got anything else to add here. The rest is up to you. And don't worry about the whole truck deal. We'll take care of it discreetly so it doesn't become public. We'll get out of your hair now. Good luck, y'all.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys. Mira deposit confirmed.
Oh. Mehr Gerechtigkeit.
Let's be on our way.
Arbeiten wir mal die Liste durch. Nehme ich an wieder zu. Jupp. Was gibt's bei Bermodi? Schild, an dem er hängen bleibt. Working hard as usual, I see. The incident with A is still making waves. All of my sources are still buzz talking about it. Got any juicy info you wouldn't mind sharing? Of course I do. There's still some of A's gangsters out and about. It's quite concerning, knowing we have some stragglers laying low in the capital. Yeah, it worries me too. Not Melchior, not worth the time. We should still keep an eye out, just in case we come across any information regarding their whereabouts. As long as it doesn't get in the way of everything else we're doing, it sounds good to me.
I'll take
Irgendwas
your
Neues?
order. Aw, you're leaving already?
Jupp, passt, nix was ich brauche.
Now then.
Hier unten irgendwas
Take as long
Neues?
as you need. I'll
Nö.
be waiting for you.
Yummy.
Jetzt will ich mal sicherstellen. Das Ding, was ich brauchte, war doch hier. Das ist Ingot Cap, oder nicht?
What'll it be?
Danke doch. Wo ist das Ding dann hin? Wenn ich es schon gekauft hatte.
Come again.
Frag mich, wo das hin ist. Hi guys. It's Sarah and Shahina. I see Sylphides with you too. Nice to see you. It's been a while. What brings you guys here? We bumped into each other in town, so I'm showing them around now. We have a guest role in Director Goddy's new film, so we were invited to come here. You'll be in Director Goddy's next film? Congratulations! Be careful with that perf. Don't let him goad you into doing some skeevy scene or event. Don't worry, Nina and I are keeping an eye on him to make sure he won't try anything funny. Thank you for doing that. Actually, we were on our way to your office to say hi, Van. You got ahead of us here. If you have the time, feel free to stop by for a visit anytime. I'm usually free during the day. We'll be staying until the Revolution Festival, so I'm sure we'll have a chance to visit. We'll break out our reserve of special snacks for you. You mean my reserve? The ones I save for myself? Oh, you are saving those? Whoops, I ate all of them already. Son of a... Solltest du vielleicht besser verstecken, Van. Wenn scheinbar jeder weiß, wo die sind.
I know the guild can help.
You'll never believe what
Thank you for visiting the Weston Department
I'm proud of
Store.
all my wares.
Our stores have a wide variety of fine
Ja, das Essen.
Hope
It's
you
been a
enjoyed
pleasure.
Indeed.
Does anything catch your eye?
Ladies
Auch
and
mit?
gentlemen, your attention,
I hope I
please.
see you
Wir sind
again.
relativ, wir dürften relativ nah an der 10 sein, glaube ich. Oder auch nicht.
Love me a
Dachte ich war
sugar
näher dran.
rush. Love me a sugar rush. Love me a sugar rush.
Limited edition Revolution Festival merchandise is on sale.
You got a
throughout the
permit,
building.
yeah?
We invite
Nichts
everyone
an
to
neuen
come and see for
Waffen.
yourselves.
Die nehmen wir
I'll
auch
get
mit.
more good stuff in stock soon.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Hä?
We await your next
No.
visit.
Nichts von Wert. Well, look who it is. We haven't seen you all since you were in Tharbad. We weren't expecting to run into you here either, Director. I see Judith is with you too. Things just kinda worked out like that. How come you're with Lieutenant Kayla? Government asked yours truly to help with the ceremony's production. Makes sense. You did do a good job with the film festival planning, catastrophes notwithstanding. Don't act like you didn't help at all there. I could do without a do-over from the last festival. Please don't jinx it. I wouldn't worry so much. You're more than aware of the fact that we are finally rid of A. The odds of anything major happening are low at best. It's not improbable that there are remnants still out there, so security is still just as tight. As a precaution. You're here to discuss unit placement then. That's right. The meeting's with us more than anything. We met you guys at Basel. It's good to see you again too. We're helping set up all the equipment for the ceremony. Oh yeah. You all are showing off some new stuff, right? Must be pretty busy then. Drowning in work, more like. This isn't even my specialty, but here I am, slaving away. So your sympathy does soothe the pain, Van. You don't mind if I call you Van, right? Of course not. Good. You can call me Essie, just like Quatra does, if you want. That I'm gonna pass on. She gets real casual real quick. Will Professor Cronkite be in attendance at the unveiling? He'll be at the ceremony, but not much else. He's got his hands more than full with another project right now. Professor Hamilton will be here too. Esmeralda, Kayla, mind hearing me out here? Oh? What about? You two are bursting at the seams with sex appeal. There's this pizzazz to ya. It's everything I could have hoped for and more. What do you say we chase new heights of sexiness together? I am far too busy to even consider that proposition. That's not a field I have much interest in, I'm afraid. What? Is Judith all I have left? Hey, I don't remember agreeing to your nonsense. Same as always. Was vertickst du mir
What'll
ein
you have
Essen?
today? Thanks for coming.
Das, was ich nicht hab. Mal rein damit.
Love me a sugar rush.
So, was haben wir hier?
Let's see.
Dingo's Legacy. My name's Cunning, and I'm the editor-in-chief for the gossip rag Mel. There's something I gotta tell you about Dingo Brad, who used to work here. If you're interested, come to the second floor of the Orbital Cafe. I'll make this an official for SPG, just in case. Wenn dein Name schon Cunning ist. Wait. Anyway, let me have a look. Pest control at the park. We've received reports that a dangerous monster, Genatos nubia, has appeared deep within the forest area of Dirk Memorial Park. Take care of this in the Skillstat. Jupp, das waren die letzten. Van? That reporter friend of yours used to work at Melt, right? The biggest gossip rag in Calvert? I didn't know you were tight with the editor-in-chief. I'm not. Dingo has mentioned him before, but I've never met the guy. Supposed to be a bit of a headache to deal with. so I've tried to keep it that way too. But it looks like my luck just ran out. I really think we should meet him. Perhaps he might be waiting for us already. Walking to the Orbital Cafe shouldn't take us so long. Let's go meet with the guy once we have the chance.
Good grief. Actually,
Need help with something?
Innocence? Oh, okay, in den du komplett customisieren kannst. Hier noch irgendwas dazugekommen? Nö. Hier gibt auch nichts Neues mehr.
I'm ready to help whatever you need.
Oh, that's great. What'll you have today?
Das muss man so mitnehmen.
Thanks for coming.
Ich weiß nicht, ob noch neues Equipment auftaucht, aber mit 60.000 könnte gerade so reichen.
Do you have any preferences? Thanks for coming in.
You really did come. Not that I didn't trust Dingo at all. The name's Van Arkwright. I take it you're Mel's editor-in-chief? Yep, that's me. Me and Dingo go back about 7 years. He told me a lot about you. Sounds like you were real busy over on Orashion too. No clue what you are on about. I thought there would be no reports about us being involved with it. There won't. The authorities are keeping it a secret. Dude's probably just saying that to get under our skin. Well, whatever. It's not getting an article, so I'm not interested. I called you here for one of those 4 SPGs of yours. Nothing more, nothing less. The gist of it is that I want you to help me look for Dingo's notebook. Oh? What's this about? You suspect he had a notebook containing information he'd gathered as a reporter, or more like as an information dealer? Both, actually. I first heard about it a few weeks ago, just before he headed off to Grey. I could tell he was chasing a dangerous scoop of some kind, so I jokingly asked if he had a will ready yet. Oh. And look at us now. It didn't really occur to me, not even for a second, that this would happen to him just 4 days later. He laughed at it at the time and said one thing to me. The closest thing I have to a will is my notebook. I've left it with a trusted source, so if anything happens to me, send out a 4SPG about it. Wait a second. But this is the 3rd memento of his, on top of the video and camera. We don't have that notebook ourselves though. Sorry if that's what you were hoping for. Oh, I never thought you did, but I suspect you're the only one who can track it down. Dingo seemed to trust you more than anyone, so I suspect that's the way he wanted it to play out too. The authorities have got everything that happened in Grey down on lock, and Almada are dead and gone. They can't imagine it would have anything worth writing in an article about in it to begin with, which means it's not worthy my while hunting down. But I can't just go and ignore his words about it. So here we are. I'll put up the money for you to find this thing. My last gift to him. So, what's it gonna be, Spriggan? You gonna go find Dingo's notebook or not? We'll take the job. You got anything else you want to share? Maybe he said something more about this trusted source of his, for example? Yeah, I remember telling him that was nowhere near enough info to find the thing myself. Only hint he gave me was that it's with people who know about as much about my past as you do. Way to pique my interest. I wonder what Dingo's past was like. I've only heard bits of it myself. How much do you know? Even less than you do, I suspect. I know he used to live in Mazeldam before ending up in the capital 7 years ago. That's about it. Wait, didn't Dantes act like he knew him?
It's been some time since we last met, Dingo Brad. Though we did cross paths in Tharbad, albeit briefly. If we exclude that little encounter, I haven't seen you since your days as a mere informant in Meseldam.
Yeah, and you were still Enrique's second in command back then.
Saying the two of them knew each other at length beforehand would be a fair assumption. Alright, we'll see what we can dig up with that info then. Good luck. Anyway, my break's over. I've gotta get back to work on finding scoops for the festival. I'll give you my number. Just give me a call if you do find it. I'll wire you the money if you do. It can be my way of honoring Dingo's death. Got it. We'll take it from here. So, what's the plan here? We don't exactly have a load of info to go off on. Only clue we have is that it's with someone that knows as much about Dingo as that guy does. That rules out Jack and Bermody. And Van, obviously. Oh, and Ren too. Yeah, any information dealer's probably out of the question here. And so is anyone with as many connections as Ren has. People like Nina and I know even less than that editor-in-chief does. Dingo was a very private person, and it went both ways. It honestly surprised me to see a gossip magazine reporter being so considerate. That's just how Dingo was. Jack, Bermody and I tried not to pry into his past either, mind you. But something must have happened between Dingo and Dantes while he was still in Masseldam. He left the city after whatever that was, ending up in the capital and becoming a reporter right after. Don't know any details, but I imagine we'll get out of this knowing a whole lot more than we came in with. We're gonna be unearthing what he tried to bury this whole time. All the burdens he carried by himself. Man, you don't look like you're about to back down though. No way, a job's a job, and I'm nothing if I can't see this kind of shit through. But anyway, I can think of at least one person who'd fit the bill for this job that won't be a pain in the ass to meet up with. Oh? It's not an information dealer, mind you, but she was close to Dingo. I can't be the only one who immediately thought of her. Oh, it does seem plausible that she might know something. Are we going to meet her then? Yeah, let's head on over to the Tyrell Times. Don't think a meeting with her will be all that hard to get as long as she's not out of the office. Right. Oh damn it, that bastard up and left us with the bill. Better be pretty sly if you're gonna be running the biggest gossip rag in the country. Well, it's the least we could do for him since he brought this to our attention. Was das Monster sicherheitshalber?
Off we go.
Ja, so ein Ding. Jupp.
I'll take you on.
Ich will die Art oder den Arts Driver, was immer das Ding gibt.
Max boost! Please, follow my lead. One skill coming right up. Boost each hands. There we go.
Your turn, Judith.
Initiating skill.
Now! You know what to do, Anya!
Activating drive.
Ouch.
A chance!
Certain arts seem to work better. Activating drive.
May we proceed with caution.
Time for...
Now or never!
Initiating skill.
Here we go!
I won't let this chance slip. I shall boost each hand.
Activating skill.
More!
I won't lose.
Certain arts seem activating skill.
Sucker. Time for the main... Your turn, Judith.
Initiating skill.
Sucker.
Reset! Sweep up!
Max, one skill coming right up.
My move now.
Natürlich hat er sich ein bisschen geheilt.
Take him out!
Activating drive.
Pressure him and move in!
Up to you,
I will
Reset.
be quick. Miss Lancer.
Initiating skill.
Sucker.
There. I won't stop here.
Ups. Arts Driver Rebirth.
Mission accomplished. Great
Müsste
job,
der
you
letzte
guys.
sein, oder?
Reward deposited.
ich mich nicht täusche. Stich. Wollcliff. Was macht unser letzter Arzt-Driver? Ja, das ist aber nicht der neue. Brief. Ach. Alles mit Wiederbelebung und Heilung, okay. Ich kann nicht alles mal, ehrlich gesagt, wie viele habe ich überhaupt?
I am Salus. I shall gladly provide support.
Ich glaube, ich habe gar nicht alle 15. Gab haben.
Name's Batham. I'll be looking after you.
Otis online.
Was macht der? Voller andere Sidri.
Citri here. You're in good hands
So,
now.
3, ja. Ja, dann habe ich alle. Dann habe ich sie alle.
Then let's head over.
That's fair.
Was ist hier für eine Versammlung? Oh boy. Nice little parties you guys got here. Don't mind if I do. Well, if it isn't Aaron and the Arkwright crew. Good to see you've kept well. Never thought I'd see a bracer, a HUA elder, a Marduk security chief, and the CID head all banded together like this. Can't deny it makes me a bit on edge though. Types from both sides of the law tend not to mix well. I assure you, it's much less charged than you make it out to be. We're just exchanging information and confirming agreement. Please pay us no mind. Kasim? You look busier than ever, Mr. Al-Fayed. Oh, I haven't seen you since Orashia. We were actually just talking about how to go about cleaning up that mess. Taking care of the Almada remnants, you mean? Yeah, we've smoked out pretty much all the hideouts they had left. We're taking our own measures, of course. Mostly concerning Almada's trade and supply routes. Was machst du? Na, nicht auf der Maus liegen. Du Nuss. Ach, Atze. So, ja, Mist. The more problematic trade routes have been taken care of. HUA will see to the rest. But that's just what you were hoping for. We did also uncover some artifacts they had been using. The church is handling those. Well, good to hear that's taken care of. Cool. Nice not to have that looming over the festival. In truth, that's why I'm here. The festival has the full support of the Kowloon group this year. That, of course, does lead to some overlap between us and Marduk. I'm here to make sure we don't step on each other's toes, so to speak. I can't tell you much, I'm afraid, only the general approach HQ is taking. You'll have to wait 3 days for more in-depth negotiations. Mr. Thorndyke will be holding a meeting to go over our itinerary. Well, then you're right. Now probably isn't the best time. Can't go jumping the gun. They are discussing all sorts of things from the looks of it. Yeah, nothing to do with us though. On the contrary, I do have some information you might find useful. We're still tracking down some Almada holdouts that have taken on to the underground, along with some of the hate groups they had used there for their ends. Leftovers, huh? And Melchior's still on the run too. Can't count them out just yet. He pulls those fucks back up and we'll have Almada 2 on our hands. Indeed, he's quite a wild card. We haven't seen any movements from him as of late. But then, that means he hasn't been contacting said remnants either. The guild's working on exposing Almada's business ties. We want to pull it all out by the roots. Elaine and some S-ranks from HQ are in charge of that. Gotcha. How's she doing, out of curiosity? Sorry, can't say for sure. She should be back tomorrow, though. I'm sure she'd appreciate a nice, warm welcome when she gets home. Butt out, bucko.
Time to depart.
Jetzt sind hier. Kannst du nicht einfach meine Maus wegschieben? Ja. Aber immer noch besser, als wenn du dich probierst, quer auf die Tastatur zu legen. Water. I need water. I told you to take it easy on the hard stuff while we're here. We're not on our home turf. You can't expect them to make stuff the same here. Oh hey, didn't realize you two were in Edith. Looks like you're having a real fun time. Hey there, good to see you. We've been working like dogs on the broker stuff. Thought we could use a break and now here we are, just having the time of our lives. So what dragged you two all the way here? You and their Teil, I take it? Yep. We're trying to figure out how the underworld's changing now that they're gone. And you can really only do that on the ground. It's really calm so far, surprisingly. More than I expected. Maybe it's because the CID was so on top of the straggler. Probably. Now that those smug bricks aren't running around, the underground's settling back down. Those trucks though, those will be sticking around for a while. It's a lot tougher to get those off the streets. Ach Katze, jetzt will die auch noch raus. Wieso kommt sie dann erst rein? It does make sense. That's unfortunate. Actually, this chat just reminded me of something. I've heard whispers about some big 2-bit gangster who's on the run from the feds now, after he did some work for those guys. Word is, he's camping out somewhere in the Tyrell district. I don't have anything else to go on, but I figured you might wanna know. The Tyrell district, huh? Oh, that's a good tip. Appreciate it. Well, have fun, you two. Just try to stay on your feet, Jack, alright?
I like it. Seriously?
Huh? Everybody's scared shitless here. What's going on? Look over there. They are all knocked out. What the? What could have happened? Oh, I think I might know. But I hunch these fools straight barking up the wrong tree, and they paid the price. Hard. Oh shit. That would explain it. Well, I'd say they had it coming then. Van, my friend, how wonderful to see you, and the rest of you as well. Good to see you, your highness. You sure roughed those poor bastards up good, huh? Oh, I had no hand in this, none whatsoever. You see, they attempted to make moves on these ladies here, and they just wouldn't take no for an answer. They got physical and, well, these women, they are truly a force to be reckoned with. Even yours truly quivers before them. Hey, don't you think that's a little mean, Prince? I was simply performing my duties, nothing more and nothing less. Okay, but that doesn't explain why you all were hanging out. You guys make for one weird purse, however you slice it. A mutual acquaintance of ours was kind enough to put me in touch with His Highness, so I came down here to meet with him. But then, as fate would have it, she happened to run into us here as well. I'm on a break for once after wrapping up a job. I came into town to unwind until the festival, take in some of the local sights. Anyway, I wandered down here looking for a little excitement, I guess you could say. And I got everything I bargained for and more. This is too good to just be some kind of coincidence. Destiny must have brought us together. What do you say, Miss Yin, Miss Bodyguard? Want to go around? I think I'm good. That sounds like a delightful proposal. Don't worry about me, Najee. I encourage, nay, implore you to take her up on it. The things you say sometimes, Your Highness. I suppose I should just be grateful you're not thinking to throw down with her yourself. Oh, didn't mean to leave you all out, Van. You guys are more than welcome to... Yeah, no. We have this thing called work. Strange, I know. Damned if I'm getting caught in the crossfire between those two. That ain't the kind of threesome I'm into. Aw, you're no fun. Oh well, there's always next time. Just don't burn the whole district down, alright?
For real?
Then let's head over.
Hm? Falsche Richtung. Sind wir noch hier für Marielle?
Hey, did you see?
Oh, you guys. Great job, everyone. You all really saved the day back in Orashion. Thanks. You were a big help, too. Without you, I doubt we would have been able to get all those kids on the airship. I've noticed you've been keeping busy lately. Yeah, you could say that. I had a lot of investigating to do once those revelations about Orashion came to light. And it was all worth it in the end. I feel like I'm finally making a difference. Good for you. Now Dingo's got one less thing to worry about up there. I sure hope so. If I'm that much closer to becoming the sort of reporter he was, I'll take it. Oh, hey guys. Good to see you again. Need something with the paper? Not this time. We came here to talk to you, Marielle. I'll give it to you straight. We're working on a 4 SPG involving Dingo and need your help. What? You are? What sort of request is it? Please tell me. To put it simply, we talked to Mel's editor-in-chief, Mr. Cunning. Dingo told me about him before, but I've never had the chance to meet him in person. He said he wants you to find Dingo's notebook. That's right. Do you remember Dingo ever talking to you about that thing, by any chance? Doesn't have to be anything direct or explicit. Anything you happen to remember him saying will help. Actually, we didn't just talk about it before. I've seen that notebook with my own eyes. Say what? How did that happen? As I'm sure you all noticed, when he was alive, I tended to barge in on him while he was trying to work and stuff. One day, while we were having lunch, I was asking for advice on how to interview people, and he was writing stuff in this black leather notebook. I asked him what it was, since I was curious. He told me it's where he jots his info down, both for his reporting work and info broker stuff. That definitely sounds like what we are after. If nothing else, at least we can now confirm that it's real. I got a little whiny and tried to get him to show me his notes, but of course he refused. When I got huffy about it, he kind of laughed and patted me on the head. I still remember exactly what he said. Who knows, maybe you'll get a peek at them one of these days. Although, if I play my cards right, you shouldn't ever have to. Oh wow. He must have already been preparing for what might happen to him in that case. If that's the way he was talking, then we can probably rule out him taking the notebook with him to Grey. The CID also apparently swept through his place and couldn't find any real material of note that he left there either. He had to have either given it to someone else to hang on to, or stashed it somewhere for safekeeping. Which brings me to my next question. Can you think of anyone he would have left that notebook with? Or anyone who might know where it would be? Again, it's okay if you don't know anything definitive. Any leads you might have would be great. And just to be clear, I don't mean other brokers like Gormody, I'm talking about other sorts of acquaintances he had. Right, of course. Let me think. Based on what Mr. Cunning told you... Wait, could he have? You think of something? Maybe. It could be completely wrong, but I can't rule it out either. Basically, when Dingo was alive, he would sometimes cover the adult industry for Melt magazine. He did? That's interesting. I guess that comes with being a tabloid reporter. What's the adult industry? Doesn't every industry have adults in it? It's code for grown-up stuff. Certainly more grown-up than his wannabe protege here, that's for sure. Anyway, one time I confronted him about it. Do you really have to cover such sexual stuff in your articles? If readers demand it, it's our job as reporters to give them what they want. Plain and simple. Plus, it's a way to get information that can help shut down some of the nastier illegal places run by the mafia. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Say, out of curiosity, do you ever visit those sorts of places yourself? Huh? Only when I need to for work. Lately I've been too busy to go to any places like that myself, so I've had to lean on one of my old contacts a lot to get what I need. Not exactly ideal when my job is supposed to be to report on things I see myself, but it is what it is. Fair enough, I guess. You sure won't hear me complaining about you. Complaining about what? Nothing at all. Anyway, who's this contact you mentioned? Her? She's a woman who operates underground. Runs a handful of outlets. Pretty talented, all things considered. She? Your contact is a woman? Yeah? Why does that matter? You've got to introduce me to her. It'll help me write better news articles. Yeah. Unfortunately, Dingo said it was too soon for me to be going to a place like that. And that was that. Looking back on it, there's only one part of town he could have meant when he said she worked underground. Huh. Yeah, I think that one goes without saying. Not only that, I think I just might know the woman he's talking about. Never would have guessed those two had any history. But just goes to show it's a small world we live in. I certainly remember there being a business that fit the bill when we were down there. Does that mean we're going to the Blacklight District? Yeah. Who knows if we'll turn anything up down there, but it's worth a shot.
Hey, you guys? I want to go with you. Could I, please?
You don't know. Yeah, it gets kind of dangerous in the Blacklight District. Oh, alright. Oh, I already know how dangerous it can be, believe me. But we're talking about Dingo's notes here. What's inside them matters to me too, you know?
Who knows? Maybe you'll get a peek at them one of these days. Although if I play my cards right, you should never have to.
He does have a point. What do you think, Van? Alright, you can come. You did give us some valuable info, so it's only fair. But you gotta promise two things. One, you'll stay behind us down there. No running ahead. And two, you'll carry your own weight and help us out too. Deal? Deal. Thanks, Van. I promise you won't regret this.
Well, I heard.
Ich hab's wieder abgeklappert, ich glaub nicht. Ich bin einfach direkt vor die Story gegangen.
Rainfall, thank you for walking into my...
Nee, ich will einkaufen, nicht reden.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. We await your
Nichts
next
Neues.
visit.
Ach, ich und Türen.
Welcome.
Ja,
I hope
auch
to
nichts
see you
Neues.
I see.
This feels great.
Do you know what you want? I hope to see you again.
Ja, auch nicht.
Time to depart.
I don't think I've seen you before.
Guess I'll check out the arena.
What will it be? I'll be seeing you.
Oh, I've got some fine wares for sale. Ha! Best come again so. I've got some fine wares for sale.
Hier müsste ich jetzt... Genau. Decoy. Revelation. Oh. Aber als ich den hab, hat den einen jetzt bestimmt schon.
Ha! Best come again soon.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. We await your next visit.
Hey, mister. What'll you have today?
Oh. That. Interesting.
Thanks for coming.
Let's talk. Don't take too long. Come back soon.
Boss is gonna yell at me.
What'll it come again?
I like it.
Wanna get a drink together?
Can we talk?
Oh, it's you. You know, I thought I knew you well, but I had no idea you and Dingo went so far back. Level with me here. You were the one helping him investigate Almada's illegal adult business, weren't you? Ah, yeah, that's right. We must have worked together for, oh, a decade, I wanna say. We both had to keep it on the down low in order to operate freely though. He and I had known each other since we were both up in Messeldam. That long, huh? Guess that makes sense. If you don't mind me asking, how did the two of you, meet? Oh, it wasn't anything special. He was a newly minted intel broker, and I was your common whore, making ends meet out on the streets. We had a nice little thing going. He'd buy information, I coaxed from my clients, and I'd do him some favors in kind. He scratched my back, I scratched his. Huh? This is all news to me. And we assumed that Dingo hadn't started doing any reporting work back then. More or less, I will say, for an errand boy working underground, he had a certain naivete to him back then. Maybe because he was still so young. I had an acquaintance who worked at a local paper. I remember he was pretty intrigued about that side of things. I'll also mention it was 8 years ago when I made the move to Edith and set up shop down here. But before I left, he gave me some top secret information as a parting gift. His intel and his connections have been a huge help to me. Leave it to the lady killer to schmooze his way into the underground. He really helped a lot of people while he was alive, didn't he? That he did. Indeed. Later on, after everything went down in Messeldam, that's when he ended up drifting into town. Personally, I was happy to see him make a clean break and get into a better line of work with better people. You never know what life has in store for you. Maybe the goddess took a liking to him and threw him a bone. Maybe so, yeah. Sorry to interject, but what happened to him in Messeldam? I didn't know anything about that. I wish I could tell you, honey, but it's not really my place to say. That all happened after I left, so I only heard things through the grapevine. But I won't leave you empty-handed. If you're looking for his notebook, I've got some information I'd be happy to share. Really? You do that? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Just to clarify, we're looking for this black leather notebook he used to carry around. You've seen it before, I take it? Sure have. He'd been looking for a place to stash it away. I offered to hold on to it myself, but he turned me down. Can't blame him for being so cautious when he was going up against Almada. But I did hear him mutter about asking someone for help on his way out of town for a piece. That was 3 days before everything went down in Cray, for reference. Holy cow, what timing. Actually, now that she mentions it, how did Dingo get to Cray? Do you have any ideas, Van? He had this tiny-ass car, but he never drove it all that much. He was always paranoid of people following him. Usually he took a train or a bus when he had to go out to the sticks. Probably flew a bit from time to time too. But I do know what he did here. Same. We're talking about a guy who knew all their tricks by that point. He might as well have just been moving randomly. He sure as hell wouldn't take something as obvious as public transit. But when Almada had eyes everywhere. Exactly. I think we can rule out his own car too. It would have carried its own risks. Thinking realistically, he probably would have. Can be followed, can be followed. Ridden on an orbital bike. Do you mean like Hermes? hitchhiked on a truck. I mean, he's resourceful. You know, ridiculous as it sounds, he probably could have gotten all the way out to the countryside on the back of a truck. But if Armada found him, they very well could have snuffed out a driver in the crossfire. I just don't see Dingo taking that kind of risk. Was it the bike? Nah. Did he really rent a car? Nope. Ich hab sie alle falsch. I think chances are pretty good our guy took a taxi. It was a hell cheap, but I'd have given him the lowest profile and the most flexibility. They blend right in on the road. Do they? I wouldn't think so. Falls under the same stuff as the truck to me if he gets caught the taxi drivers and... or whatever. Oh, good thinking. You might be onto something, Van. Taxis are pretty commonplace, especially for people heading out of town. There's no way Armada could have been monitoring every single taxi running in Edith. So let's say he did take a taxi. What kind would he have taken? Probably one of those independent ones instead of a company taxi, right? That's an excellent point. Hiring a self-employed driver would allow him to chart his own course and movements. Sounds like you guys have your next lead. I have no idea who the driver could be, unfortunately. Maybe it was one of his friends. My guess is he had a driver he hired on the regular. Someone he could trust. That ring any bells for you, sweetheart? You know something? It actually does. I remember Dingo would sometimes hail a taxi to get to a reporting site. He mostly took one that had this black and yellow checkered pattern around the bottom. The driver was an eccentric guy too, from what I recall. Oh wow, that's really good info. Glad you were able to remember that. You said it. We'll have to look into that once we're done here. Anyway, thanks for the chat, mistress. I'll pay you back sometime. Yes, thank you so much. You have no idea how grateful I am. Oh, don't mention it. I owe Dingo that much. That said, you can always repay me by coming back here to play, you know? Don't forget that. But yeah, Dingo would tell me stories about you too sometimes. The punkest brigand and the newbie reporter he had befriended. I do hope you're able to track down his notebook. If there's anyone out there he'd want to inherit it, I have to imagine it'd be you two. Thank you, we'll do our best. We're sure as hell gonna try. Be a waste to just let it go after doing all this work for it. A taxi with a black and yellow checkered pattern. I know exactly which one that is. I had no idea Dingo was a regular in it. I see that car out by Central Station a lot. Driver's probably out for lunch right now though. Let's check the food stalls first, see if we get lucky.
Here goes!
Oh.
That's fair.
So taxi. Oh, that car there has a checkered pattern. It's gotta be it. That's the taxi. Driver's gotta be close. Let's sniff him out.
Can we talk?
Oh, well, if it isn't the big boy with a cute girl hugging his arm. Never thought you'd ask me about that name and notebook. Wonders never cease, huh? Ah, looks like we found our guy. The word is you are scratching Dingo's back every now and then. Yep, I may not look it, but I used to run all over the Republic taking odd jobs on the down low. I was on this smuggling run once, and bam, I bumped right into him. That's how we met. It must have been, 10 years ago? Dingo would have been around 20, I think. Alright. So do you know how he got tangled up with Armada back then too? Oh my boy, do I ever. That was what led him to ask me for help out of the city that day. I snuck him out just like that. He hopped on a bus for Grey, and that was the last I saw of him. In retrospect, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have let his dumb ass do that. It wasn't your fault, Giordano. Don't beat yourself up over it. You weren't the one who killed him. It was Almada. Not even. Dante's own dad, the shithead. You're right, yeah. I heard he got what was coming to him at the old capital. I bet Dingo's laughing up there. I'm happy karma came around for the bastard. I hope it makes him feel better. He really regretted being the guy's broker in his past. Dante's really wasn't the same guy once he took over. But that's his background, huh? Not trying to justify him, but Dante's used to have a good rap on the streets. He had a code and he stuck to it, and that let people trust him. No wonder he ended up so popular, with how much everybody hated the head honcho before him. He got Dingo hook, line and sinker. Dingo was his informant, had him the info he needed to bring the old guy down. And now in its stead, we have this monster he built. A monster, huh? That does fit him well. I'm not too privy to what happened beyond that, so I don't want to speculate. So you're looking for Dingo's old notebook, and you think I've got it. Bingo. Please, may I please have it? Well, I'd love to give it to you, but I'm afraid I can't. Why not? Is there something he wanted done first? What? Pretty boy say it was for your eyes only? Well, he told me to keep an eye out for this brigand guy and a newbie reporter. If anything happened to him, he wanted me to give this here key to whichever of you two I bumped into first. Obtained coin locker key. Oh? So, what is this key for? Looks like a key for a station coin locker, like you'd see around the subway. Spot on. He said he stashed it in the easiest locker he could find. I'm not sure what he meant by that, though. I have no idea which station it's at. Got it. The easiest locker he could find. Where would that be? Well, that about gives it away. Oh, could it be the one by Van's office? Probably. Let's head on back and take a look. Thanks a bunch, Giordano. Maybe I'll make it up to you with a joyride one of these days, when I feel like it. You just call me anytime you're blasted and I'll be your DD.
Off we go.
Right.
What do I do?
Well...
Gib die paar kleinen Punkte mit. That key we got from the driver probably goes to one of the coin lockers here. What do you say? Should we check what's inside? Absolutely. I'm ready. Okay, let's head in. Marielle and the others found the coin lockers tucked away in a corner of the subway station. They located the one that corresponded with the key they held, finding a black leather notebook inside. The group then proceeded to move to a quiet location in order to inspect the contents of the notebook. This is something, alright. I didn't get to talk to Dingo much, but I know for a fact that he was an outstanding man. Indeed, not just anyone could pursue Almada to the degree he did without backup. It was probably his way of making amends for the role he played in Dante's rise to power. These notes mention how the previous boss family was murdered too. Even they didn't get spared. That's horrible. Such a heavy burden for him to carry. But that wasn't his fault. He couldn't have known that's what would happen. I can't imagine he felt like he could be in the public eye anymore after that. And that's why he took me under his wing. A good-for-nothing rookie. It appears he compiled quite a few notes about the ringleaders we took down in Orashion as well. Yeah, let's take a look. Aria, gender, male. Age, over 150? In contrast to the known, confirmed leaders of Almada and garden overseers, eyewitness reports of him are few. What we do know of him, the Garden of Rust's overseer, is that he's a very dangerous man, clad in heavy armor. Much of the information about him stretches belief, including how he was supposedly born in a different time period altogether, over 150 years ago. If he was, he's said to proceed from the mythical Holy Ishkel Empire, an enormous nation believed to have laid just across the Tian Shan and Ishkel Mountains to Calvert's east. The empire is presumed to have vanished following a calamity 130 years ago. In its heyday, 9 groups served to protect the royal imperial line. Eastern sources indicate that he was a warrior who represented the Rahu, a tribe of white descent hailing from the west. I'm inclined to believe it's all bullshit, but in an age where immortals like the Land's Maiden can exist in Erebonia, I can't rule out the possibility of there being some truth to it either. Whether it's true or not, evidence might suggest that his armor and his strangely shaped battle axe might be artifacts. Considering his joining the Gardens and the stories claiming his immortality, this might be highly likely. On top of that, he's the primary suspect regarding the Ice and Shield's annihilation in the outskirts of Grey, though I still can't state that for a fact. More information is needed. Viola, gender female, age 26. Originally from a minor noble family in the Quadas region in the Central East. Her family fell into bankruptcy after Quadas' annexation by Valis. Viola herself being sold off as to a wealthy merchant so they could make ends meet. She soon fell into the hands of a criminal organization that was targeting the merchant. Though initially nothing more than a plaything and object of pleasure, she eventually managed to oust the boss and wrestle control into her own hands. Her brutal leadership reputation precedes her. When, 2 years later, the group tried to expand their influence into Calvert, they caught the attention of Armada. Conflict with them was brief, as they were quickly obliterated by Dantes, to whom Viola swore loyalty afterward. As a consequence of her turbulent past, she's incredibly dependent on Dantes, which might be the reason she harbors a fierce rivalry with her fellow Melchior. Their positions equivalent within the organization. Though the body of her needle gun was produced by Sect Arms, the full piece is not a part of their official lineup. Further research regarding the origin of her weapon is needed. Alexander, gender male, age 35. Born in the former Principality of North Ambria in northwestern Zemuria, he was 5 years old when the Salt Pale appeared, sowing chaos in his homeland. Him and his father, then protectors of the ruling family, fled alongside Prince Balmond when he fled the country. Spent most of his childhood and adolescent years in the free city of Teslem. Trained by his father in the traditional military arts of their homeland, he served the former ruling family until the age of 25, though his life was soon thrown into chaos. His father and he were both ordered to retake North Ambria following the death of the Northern Jaegers figurehead, the current rulers since Prince Balmond's escape. After their assault on North Ambria's capital, Heliask, they managed to seize and control the city for a time, acting as its effective government before being overthrown by the Northern Jaegers. This ensued a massacre of the remaining civilians in Heliask, mandated by the disgraced former Prince Balmond. Standing in opposition with one another, Alexander and his father dueled to the death, Alexander emerging victorious before withdrawing from the battlefield. Though his current whereabouts are unknown, it is believed that Prince Balmond was swiftly and secretly executed by the Northern Jaegers following his capture. Wandering from one court to another, Alexander was eventually scouted out by Dantes himself and brought into a leadership position within the Armada. Though outwardly austere and restrained, he's merciless in combat, barring none who dared to cross him. His ultimate goal being the search for his final resting place. He has rejected any attempt at persuading him to leave Armada. Despite the mechanized gauntlets he wields not being part of their official lineup, it does appear that they were developed by Sect Arms. Olympia, gender female, age 19. Little is known about her, although she allegedly hails from a remote village hidden in eastern Zemuria. Rumors say the entire village was comprised of heretical puppeteers who worshipped a doll made in the image of an angel. Thought to be an artifact of some sort, the doll was looked after by a medium. The village's gruesome customs mandated that those close to the medium were to be offered as sacrifices. These sacrifices spared no one, not friends nor family. Though soon, tragedy befell the village, leaving Olympia and the doll alone to wander the continent after the demise of all they knew. Multiple records suggest instances of criminals being slaughtered when encroaching on the wandering pair. She was later inducted into the Gardens, the assassin organization, and made overseer of the Garden of Aurum. Though it appears she's been mostly left to her own devices after being invited by the other overseers, these including Melchior and the Emperor. If I were to guess, the incident that took place in her village led to her and the angel developing a psychologically independent relationship, resulting in her autonomy and emotional expression diminishing. In light of the crisis that made the Gardens join forces, she may have a chance to reclaim that lost capacity, albeit an incredibly slim one. Melchior, gender male, age 21. One of Almada's 3 pillars, and quite possibly its most evil and sinister member. He doubles down as the Garden's ringleader and overseer of the Garden of Thorns. Melchior's skills don't fall behind any of his artifact-wielding peers, being highly skilled in the use of the orbital net and being capable of infinitely spawning and freely controlling explosives. Beyond that, he also acts as Almada's main strategist and Dante's right-hand man and confidant, and possibly his lover. Though his past is shrouded in mystery, his origins might track back to the same organization the Oathbreaker, one of Ouroboros' Enquis, also comes from. The Order of the Moonlight Horse existed since the Middle Ages, where the Oathbreaker sat among its top brass for the longest time before losing to Ouroboros and switching sides. He's an entirely different matter, and a major threat all on his own. Wrapping this back around, Melchior might have been a direct subordinate of the Oathbreaker before going on to take in the scattered remnants of the infamous cult. If that's true, that would make him something of a prince of the underworld. For someone as powerful as him to idolize Dante so much is nothing short of ominous and concerning, to say the least. Another thing that concerns me is him staying in Gray's vicinity following the Eisenshield turning into ghoul. Gray's not just some sleepy village with beautiful vistas. More than a touristic spot, it lies stuck between several forces working from the shadows. It also happens to be one of the few places in northern Calvert with a sizable eastern and central eastern population. Knowing the source of Almada's financing, actually, I'd rather not speculate any further. Gerard Dantes, gender male, age 34. If I let my feelings take way, then this could fill every single page in this notebook. There's not a night where I'm not overcome with regret, but this notebook is not meant for my personal thoughts. Most things I've come to learn about him and his life are at least a little eyebrow-raising. Him being a member of the DG cult before joining Almada, being related to Calvert's old royal family, perhaps even a direct descendant. The tales of his sword are equally as hard to believe. A gigantic blade of black and silver, thought to be an artifact hidden by the royal family. This demon blade was the instrument with which he slew Enrique, Almada's previous leader. Hard as these tales are to believe, their true purpose is to strike fear into the hearts of those who hear them. To make Dante's nothing short of the living manifestation of shadows and agony. Deep as the abyss and equally as alluring, his unquenchable thirst for fear is what draws many to him. Seductive and enchanting, it has earned him many loyal followers. But where does such unfathomable hunger come from? A new hypothesis surfaced recently, which might finally explain things. Its source, however, is a little unusual, and I'm not particularly keen to take it at face value. But that's neither here nor there. The more pressing matter is his goal in Basel, and that him and the others might have been after something else. His true goal, I imagine, fear. The want and need to bring about true dread and terror to the masses. He wasn't able to achieve it even with the help of a genius, but that will not put a stop to him. He'll stop at nothing to achieve his mission. Looking into this matter should take priority. Regardless, he sure managed to pull a fast one on me in Tharbad. I was distracted by that call, but that's no excuse. I should have seen through him much sooner than I did. But try as he might to stay one step ahead, I'll forever be hot on his heels.
At this point, I've worked out how I'm going to get everything recorded, as well as how to leave these notes behind. Now comes the real showdown with him. It's gonna be the biggest gamble I make as both a reporter and an information dealer. If, by some sheer miracle, I make it back in one piece, I'll absolutely be following up on those theories I've written about. I can already imagine the hell I'm in for with that dope of a Spriggan and that cub reporter. I really do worry about her. But you know what? At the end of the day, that's just part of the fun.
Dingo. Dingo!
You dumbass. Who's the real dope between us, huh?
This dude was totally nuts. How the hell did he find it in him to go that far? I can only imagine his love and care for others spurring him on to gather this much information. He was both a clever and kind man. And he wasn't just trying to make amends or settle a score. I don't doubt he genuinely worried for everyone's future. It goes without saying, but it's a true shame. He was taken from us far too young. I'm so glad you two were able to find his notes. Likewise. Must have been the will of the goddess. Once Marielle collected herself, the party drove her back to the Tyrell Times. After reporting their success to Editor-in-Chief Cunning, they got back to work. As for Dingo's notes, once the contents were copied, it was decided that Marielle would hold on to the originals for safekeeping.
All in a day's work. Mira deposit confirmed.
Oh, Trey Rank 4. Sehr schön. One additional point. You okay, Van? Huh? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Just thinking. There's something bothering you. Guessing the stories about the gangsters and the Armada remnants are on your mind. Yeah. If Bermudi, Jack, and Killica were all talking about them, then it's definitely worth mulling over. We heard something interesting while following up on Mr. Brad's case as well. You're talking about how they were spotted in the Tyrell district, right? Oh yeah, now that you mention it, it is kinda worrying. Maybe we should drop by Tyrell, just in case, you know? Not a bad idea. Can't hurt to check the area out again. We can probably rule out the busier parts of the district. Same, for the area near the restaurant that's run by Hey Yue. Wir nehmen erstmal unseren Punkt hier und machen die 2. There he is. Looks like Jack's got business with Imai. Hey, this isn't what you promised, old man. Promised? No, I'm sorry, but I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about. I never promised you anything, you see? Sup? Got a problem? Oh, hey Van. You actually came, huh? Yeah, was just a little concerned about you is all. So what happened? He asked this guy to reserve a certain 10 Mira coin for me on the off chances he came across it, so I could buy it off him. But instead, he went behind my back and pawned it off to somebody else. 10 Mira coin? What's got you worked up over it? It's what we in the business call an error coin, a misprint if you will. Not only are the portrait and text flipped, but the copper is the wrong color too. It has this slight silver hue to it. These little mistakes are 1 in 10,000, if not rarer. 30,000 Mira per coin is quite common. But that's not all that can inflate the value of these, no sir. Owner history plays a part too. And the previous owner, as infamous as his coins, can bump the value up even higher, 50,000 by my estimate. Damn, 50,000 Mira for a little coin? Must have had one hell of a past life to command that kind of money. You're damn right it did. I take it you know about my mentor and my greatest rival? Of course I do. The king himself, ain't it? Hell's own old man? Right, and you probably know that he's not around anymore. There's a reason for that. I was a dumb little shit when I was younger. My cocky ass got him killed. Damn dude, sorry, didn't mean to dig up all that baggage. Well, now you know. Anyway, I'm sure you've put 2 and 2 together. That coin we're arguing over used to belong to him. After he died, that coin disappeared. I had no idea where it went, at least until yours truly happened upon it. Jack offered 100,000 mirror for that little coin, and at the time, I was more than happy to give it to him. Unfortunately, another customer beat him to the punch with a 105,000 mirror offer. Poor Jack was just minutes too late. It really was nothing personal, I was just doing as a businessman does and taking the better offer. Oh, give me a break. If you had just told me somebody had put in a counter offer, I would have put up more money too. That is a little odd that you didn't do that this time. I know just how much you like to ring people for every mirror they are worth. So who's the moneybags who ran off with the coin? Well, if you want to know, you'll have to go straight to the source. As it so happens, the buyer left a note to pass on to Jack. It says quite plainly, if you'd like the coin back, come to Kayanch. Great. Now you couldn't just sell the damn coin to them. You had to help them antagonize me too. Thanks, Imai. Every now and again, someone comes out of the woodwork, trying to pick a fight with me. Who's got it out for me this time, though? I haven't a clue. Yeah, I remember that pair of cheaters you had to deal with in Langport when we were in town. Sure ain't easy being famous, huh? You heading over right now, then? I think I'll tag along to see how it goes. Sure, go ahead. I don't mind the company. Huh? What are you doing here? Why do you think I'm here? It's because I'm the one who bought the coin. I figured it was possible I might run into you, and now here you are, I guess. Yep, here I am. Good to see you, Van. I was originally planning on having Mao officiate our little game. But if you're here, I'd be more than happy to have you do it, if you don't mind. Sure, I can do that. Bit of a roundabout way to challenge someone to a game though, don't you think? Yeah, but unless I go to that much trouble, Jack won't take it as seriously as he should. So just to reiterate, Jack, I want to play a game of poker with you. Winner keeps king's coin. Sound good to you? I'm game. You're on. You think you have any chance of winning against me? Do you really need to ask, Jack? You're right, my bad. That was dumb. Alright, now with that settled, I'll have you hold on to the coin, Van. Every round, you will flip that bad boy to determine who goes first. If it's heads, I go first. Tails, Jack goes first. I feel like I'm being given a big responsibility running this match. I'll do my best to make you guys proud. I'm sure you'll do just fine, Van. We appreciate having you. Well, may the best hand win. Let's get down to business. Jack and Hal's game got underway as Van watched the proceedings unfold. After the pair exchanged 100,000 mirror for 10 poker chips, they began to trade blows with each hand of cards. Once the match fully heated up, all of the remaining chips were put on the line in a dramatic showdown. You've really stepped up your game, Hal. I'm impressed. Truth be told, I didn't expect you to even last this long. Save it for when you win, Jack. This game ain't over until it's over. You got that right. Sheesh, you two are freaking nuts. Not too many in Zemuria who can read each other's hands and bluff the way you can. Looks like this next hand's gonna be our grand finale. Sure seems like it. Keep up the good work, Van. It doesn't matter who goes first. Either way, your fate's already set. Well, here goes nothing. Moment of truth. Which hand should I catch the coin with? Left. It's tails. Your move, Jack. Damn. I've gotta go first, huh? If that's the way it's gonna be, I'll exchange 2 cards. Oh, were you thinking of trying that on me? No wonder you're disappointed. It's definitely better to go second in that case. Hal's got 4 kings. What if you got Jack? I get it now. You must have mastered King's technique to play like that. 4 of a kind for Jack. What's going on? Did Hell set this all up? Sure did. King's whole specialty back in the day was taking control of the cards, including his opponent's own hand. You played well, Hell. Ain't nothing to it. Wait. There's still one card you haven't opened. What could you possibly still have left? The game should be over. Not if I've got a wild card in my hand. And that's exactly what I have. A 5 of a kind with checks. Read them and weep. Sorry, Hell. I win. What the? I'm not sure I follow you guys. Did you somehow use Hell's own move against her? More or less, yeah. No way. How? How is that possible? I can wonder all I like, but at the end of the day, they call you victory check for a reason. I lost, and that's all there is to it. So, time for me to pay the piper, I suppose. The coin's all yours, Jack. Here you are, Jack. Good game. Thanks. That was fun. That was a fun one, to say the least. There's one more thing we need to settle before we head on out. I'm giving you the coin. You're the one who should hold on to it. Huh? Jack, what are you doing? We agreed that whoever won gets to keep the coin. You earned it. You shouldn't give it back to me. In fact, I want you to have it. There's nobody else I'd rather see with it than you. Seriously, take it. It's okay. Oh, I get it now. That whole match was just a setup for her to give the coin to him all along, wasn't it? Sorry, Hell, but I can't let you have your way on this one. If that coin was mine, then it'd be up to me to decide what to do with it. But if you're that determined to hoist that thing on me anyway, then there's only one thing you can do. Play you again and win. That's right. That's how these things work in our world. Fine, if that's how you're going to be, you're on. I'll keep improving my skills, and then one of these days, I'll beat you when you're playing your absolute hardest. Until then, you'd better not lose to anybody else but me or your ass is grass. Deal? Haha, deal. Man, you won't find another pair of gamblers like these anywhere else in Simuria. I'm glad I got to see this little exchange today. That was neat. With the promise made, Van proceeded to enjoy some yamcha with Jack and Hell at Kayon. Afterwards, he reunited with others and got back to work.
We should get some drinks and have another heated round of cards soon.
Maybe I'll crack open the good stuff for you when you do. Just try not to drink yourself stupid, Jack.
Victory dice. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. 40% Accuracy. Whatever. Aber 40% Crit? Meine Güte. Ihm gebe ich die 40% Crit. Das hat sie hier eigentlich... Ich meine, sie braucht keine 40% Crit. Die zaubert meistens. Habe ich irgendwas, was ich hier hinsetzen kann? Speed, Crit und Evasion. Nee, nicht wirklich. Ja, gibt's. Ganz ehrlich, Judith hat noch normales Zeugs. Gib's ihr. Crit plus 40. Ja, und was war das andere? Das oder das? Machen wir das. Machen wir das so. Wie sieht's hier aus? Gray Alignment 4. 15 Bones, das wird nichts. Golden Dish, da bin ich noch weit weg. 4 Movie Brushes. Ich habe viel zu wenig Filme geguckt dafür. Ich denke mal, ich habe bestimmt mindestens eine verpasst. I see. All gifts given. Lindbaum. Okay, das sind die Endgame-Waffen. Ja. Habe ich nicht einmal gemacht. Million. Crystal Eden. Da bin ich dran. Hier fehlt noch eins. Oh. Okay. Dann sollte ich weiter Slots freimachen. Auch wenn ich die Leute aktuell nicht verwende.
Ask me anything. Really?
Machen wir einfach weiter Slots frei. Okay. Ach. Bin ja auch ganz falsch. Dann bin ich wieder arm. Natürlich, wie immer.
Come again.
Ich will nicht reden.
Ask me anything. Really?
Den roten gibt's nicht, gell?
Hope to.
War doch ein roter, oder? War der rot?
Activating maintenance mode.
Was der? Genau. Oh, den kann ich nicht herstellen. Schade, schade.
Soon.
Vielleicht später noch.
Do you know what you want? I hope to see you again. Do you? I hope to see you again. Do you? I hope to see you again.
So, das ist noch das. Gut, dann hier hin.
Time to depart.
Hey, did you see? There's a new movie.
Well, looky here. Huh? Isn't this usually locked? It is. Where does this alleyway lead? Down into the waterways beneath the Teil district. Far as I know, the only traffic this way sees is a maintenance team once a month. Now, I ain't an ace detective, but something's telling me this wasn't their doing. The handle's gone. This may have been done recently. No ordinary person could accomplish this with their bare hands. Perhaps they employed some sort of tool, or perhaps a quicker way to the bottom of this is to head in ourselves. Das sieht aus, wie wenn jemand eine Bombe oder sowas dran gehängt hat. Ziemlich verdellt. Heult. Ja, genauso. This handle is broken too. There's no mistaking it. Whoever did this just yanked the thing clean off. And they didn't use a tool after all. We are dealing with a freakish level of strength then. There are a lot of fresh footprints in front of the door too. Huh. Looks like we've got some huge-ass rats to flush out. You got that right. Let's have a look inside. Heads up though, there's no telling what's waiting for us in there. Be ready for anything, understood? Got it. We should have time to stock up on equipment and items if we need. Ich glaube nicht, was ist nicht, war nicht so aufgetaucht, hab nichts übersehen. So. Yep. Can hear water running in the distance. There's a bunch of footprints here too. Prints outside indicate as much, but we seem to be dealing with a rather large group. Everything points to them being remnants of Almada and the gangs that served them too. Oh? Oh no. It stopped. Could it be an omen? Or is it reacting to a vestige of something? It sounded like a temporary flicker was what I triggered when we first met too. Sure seems like there's something here. Yeah, and yes, make sure the backup crew is on standby. We might need them in here at a moment's notice. Right. Wie viele Kisten haben wir? Ein paar. Ziemlich großes Gebiet. There they are. It's all over. We are finished. This can't be happening. What did we do to deserve this? The hell's gotten into you guys? Who are you? You are here for a fight? Tch. I'm a brigand from here in Edith. Part of my crew's job is helping people who can't turn to the guild or the cops for aid. So, if there's something you need help with, we might be able to give it to you. Won't you at least talk to us? You're a brigand. I think I may have heard of you at some point. Now that I get a better look, you've got some real babes with you, huh? Maybe they are doing better than we thought. But don't let them trick you. The only brigand in Edith is from Arkwright Solutions. The guy who kept going up against the beasts at the top of Almada. Now that you mention it, if they take us in and manage to get anything out of us... No, I don't want to die. Damn it. They are clearly not of sound mind right now. They've got to be on something. Oh no, it's Almada's enhancement trucks. Here they come. No!
Deploying shards!
Now or never! How about floor with them?
Activating skill. Boost gauge limiter removed.
Bring it on! Got a whole slew of them. All you on, yes.
Boost level maximum. Activating drive.
Das ist aber ein niedlicher Heal von 2000. Wenn man bedenkt, was ich bei Bossen schon über 40.000 gesehen habe. If we don't do something to stop him from taking us in, Melchior and that armored guy are gonna... Figures. Their fear really runs that deep. Melchior's on the run and we took out Aria personally. The same goes for their boss, Dante's. There's no one who can harm you anymore. You don't need to worry. So please, just let us help you. Really? Don't let them fool you. If they find out we betrayed them... Sorry girls, I never wanted to doubt a cutie, but... If a fate worse than death is all that's waiting for us, I'd rather do the deed myself. What are you... Don't do it! Damn it. Can't make it in time. What? Oof. They are fine. They are just unconscious. Guess that's the rebound from using a power their bodies just couldn't handle. That's a relief, but what just happened? Give me a break. Timed your entrance perfectly now, didn't you?
Certainly not. I only just arrived.
It's that damn desk jockey again. His aim was so precise. Thank you very much for your help.
Think nothing of it. Or would you prefer to call it a debt owed?
This should be either a guild problem or something. Something your side should have handled from the start. Your boss mentioned how these guys had slipped through the cracks of your cleanup operation. Feels like you did a sloppy job to me. Not at all. This was the most efficient approach to the problem. We performed a thorough cleaning of the major cities outside of Edith and drove all of the leftovers here. We do have a Hercules unit standing by the... We do have a Hercules unit standing by that we could send in at the moment's notice. But I wonder if we should outsource the work to you instead. Son of a bitch. It all makes sense now. All of the fragmented information we gathered from all over the city did seem to fit together remarkably well. We never stopped to think that all of it was deliberately spread by you to lead us here. That's all this was? That was the intention. But whether you were able to follow the clues was down to you.
The rules forbade me from getting directly involved in what happened in Oracion, so I was forced to stand on the sidelines as the place filled with fond memories for us was saved by you. Consider this revenge for that.
I call bullshit. You ain't the sentimental type. And I know she'd give me an earful if I left any problems unsolved. So I guess I can help you just this once. You can really tell they go way back. Get a damn room, you wrinkly old farts. We'll help too, of course. Do you have any idea how many more of them we can expect in here? We believe there to be roughly 30, 20 thugs and 10 former Armada members. Damn, even got a breakdown. Sure are a lot of them though. We should contact the others at the office and have them come along to assist us. The two reserve members hurried from the Arkwright Solutions office. As the road ahead forked, they decided to split their group into two, with Van and Kincaid each leading the charge. These two teams should work. We are with Mr. Kincaid, huh? Judging by his aim earlier, he won't drag us down in battle at least. Oh, I assure you that these teams were decided purely on combat balance. You can count on me to support you in battle, and I'll even throw in some old stories about Van as a bonus. What? Really? Now I'm in. Hey! Maybe being in the other group wouldn't be so bad after all. I want to know his weaknesses too. You will have to spill later. Can do. Can don't. I won't ask for anything that might count as a weakness, don't worry. Are you still up for anything that doesn't? We should get moving, we're short on time. As we agreed, Saras and I will remain here. Contact me when you apprehend any of our suspects. I will see that they get to the CIT. Thanks. I know we can always count on you. I appreciate your assistance, Mr. Seaman. We'll need your help too, Saras. Then let's get this thing started. We gotta make for the other side where the two routes meet. And take in everyone we find along the way. Right. Understood. We've got this. This is the perfect chance to show off all you've learned under Van. Let's get to work, Team B. Prove you are better at this than he is. Got it. Damn right I am. This isn't a competition. Well, take care everyone. The same to you, Agnes.
As long as they have that much spirit, they should have no trouble dealing with this. Still, I faintly sense a presence that is not of this world here. I cannot precisely pinpoint it, now that I've lost my stigma. But I can see I will need to be prepared for trouble, all the same.
The party has been split into two. Adjust the equipment of individual members if necessary. The expedition will begin with Team A, and it will switch between the two teams over the course of the dungeon.
I'll work my magic. That's a
Du
single
musst jetzt irgendwie als Heiler herhalten. Ich weiß noch nicht wie, aber das kriegen wir schon irgendwo hin.
That's a single element slot. New skill, huh? Skill set changed. Skill set changed.
Hier hin. Ja, wo habe ich denn den besten Heilzauber mit drauf?
Arts updated.
Hier kann ich ja nicht ändern. Gebe ihm nicht das. Nur Celestial. Er kann es nicht mal nutzen.
Arts updated.
Wird doch so gehen.
Whew, that hits the spot.
Oh my. Quite the reception.
Take this!
Commencing battle.
Gotcha!
Proceed with caution.
Deploying shards!
I suggest we strike now. No!
Your turn, Judith!
A chance for activating skill.
Sucker! Here's our chance!
A good chance for a shard boost.
I suggest we strike now.
Uh,
One skill coming right up. Mr. Arkwright.
Yeah! Go, Ketra! They're stuck!
It's go time.
A chance activating
Add
skill.
some more!
Reset. Sweep up.
Might want to come here.
Have some more.
Mr.
Muss ich
Salesian.
über nachdenken. Hab ich überhaupt eine Rüstung angelegt?
They're stunned.
Now or never.
Activating skill. I won't let
Die es
this
als
chance
Rangbelohnung
skill
gab.
come right
Ist doch
up.
nicht. Die habe ich noch keinem gegeben. Jetzt, wo ich so darüber nachdenke, möchte ich noch hier rumliegen, genau. So. Bitteschön.
Nice! That went great!
You did great, man.
Don't forget about your charge attack.
Gotcha! They're down! You snooze, you lose! Go, Ketra!
A good chance for a shard boost.
Judith! There!
I'm not a star
Looks
for
like a
nothing.
chest. Had to be the star of the show, eh, Judith?
Jawohl.
Hollow core leveled up.
Hallo, Krabben.
Arts attack devised.
Engaging enemy! I've got this!
Could use a charge attack, you know.
There! Yeah, they're there!
They're down. Time to try hit them with shards.
I won't let this chance slip by. Max boost! One skill coming. Boost
Here's
gauge
our
enhance.
chance.
One skill. I shall. Boost gauge enhance. Leave this to me.
Center
Here
stage.
goes.
Doing better than I anticipated.
Take a center stage.
Here
I got
goes.
this!
Here I go.
Wieder auffüllen. Durch genau jetzt,
Wait a minute.
Miss Lancer.
How I forward.
Activating
Let's
skill.
pretty this scene up.
Boost
I
gauge
won't let this
limiter
chance slip
removed.
by.
One skill coming right up. Mr. Arkwright.
Got a whole slew of them.
Falsche Richtung.
It's not my fault. I swear.
I suggest we strike now.
Got a whole slew of them. This'll hurt.
If you please.
Dice you up!
Here's our chance!
May we proceed with caution.
Take them out.
I'll take care of them.
Pull out all the stops.
May we proceed with caution.
Nervig.
Activating
Ey,
skill.
wer weiß.
Go to hell! Go to hell! Take this!
Here I go. One skill coming right up. Mr. Arkwright.
That's how it goes.
What'd you expect?
I feel much better.
Unser Freund hier ausgestattet.
Adjusting
Heller ist
augment.
nix. Oh ja, voll in auf die Debuffs. Aber volle Kanne. Und alles Rang 2 oder 3, natürlich.
Take this!
Commencing combat.
Let's keep moving
Your
ahead.
charge attack is ready for use.
Über meinem Level. Nö, 64.
Strong enemy ahead. Caution
Take
advised.
this! There! They're down! Let's finish this quickly!
This is your chance. Attack their weakness with an art.
Let's party!
Activating
I'm here to
skill.
stop Exceed Ray! Go time!
A chance!
Certain arts seem to work.
Boost gauge limit increased.
Certain arts seem to work better. Activating drive.
A chance!
Certain arts seem to work better.
Here's some
A chance!
time to go all out.
Also alles noch lesen.
That made for a decent enough challenge.
We're not done yet. Great shot, you know?
Hollow core leveled up.
Oh, jetzt schon die
Very
nächste
well
Gruppe.
done.
Wait a minute! I'll crush them all at once! Out with the bang! Here goes! Blink!
Ah.
What the?
Wieder Switch. Jupp.
Boost gauge maxed out!
Den Sebev brauchen wir. Ganz wichtig, kann man nicht liegen lassen. Hm? Schieß.
I smell treasure.
Let's get to work!
You've got a charge attack available! They're done!
Thanks as always, Theo.
Simple Material plus Sebev wäre mir lieber. Sebev wäre mir immer lieber. Warum kann ich jede Kiste einfach 100 Sebev beinhalten?
Engaging enemy!
You've got a charge attack available! Combat over! Time to study this data! Never chance!
Next!
They're stunned!
Thanks as always, Theo.
Nächste Gruppe. Noch nicht. Die
Engaging
Katze.
enemy!
You've got a charge attack available! Combat over! Time to study this data! Treasure located!
Crimson Teil. Strength plus 30. Und kompletter Schutz vor Rot, Freeze und Death Blow.
Pardon me?
You're a rowdy crowd, aren't you?
Never chance! Look out! There's so many of them! Might want to boost here. Some arts
Keep your guard
should
up.
really hurt.
Pull out all the stock, sucker!
Mr. Arkwright!
Pressure him and move in.
Here's a little more.
Your turn, Judith!
Yeah, there! Here's our chance.
Activating skill.
More. Reset.
Might want to boost here. One skill coming right
Sucker.
up. Mr. Arkwright!
Here's a little more.
Now or never.
A chance. Activating skill.
Here's a little more.
Catcher, your turn.
A good chance for a shard boost.
I won't hold back. Might want to boost here.
Hier raus. Ach, Quadre.
That's not
Quadre. Dein ohnmächtiger Körper ist im Weg.
Vitals falling. Current level's dangerous.
You'll be sorry.
A chance for a shard boost. Some
Vitals
elements
falling.
look affected.
I won't let this chance. Skill coming right up.
A chance.
Vitals falling. Current level
This'll
danger
hurt.
is really
You're crushed, like hell you are.
You'll be sorry.
Activating skill.
Finish him, Van.
This'll hurt.
I'll need some time to recover
After you
soon.
reset.
Done.
A chance. This'll hurt.
I'll need some time to recover soon. Stats upgraded.
Go time. You're around the crowd, aren't you? How's this? They flinched.
I eagerly await your performance.
Eat this.
Threat level high. Be extremely cautious.
You could do a charge attack
Eat
too.
this. Got this in the bag.
A chance for a shot boost.
Sucker.
I won't let this chance slip by.
Might want a boost here.
Pressure him and move in.
Wie lebst du denn noch?
One skill
Here's a
coming right
little
up.
more. This is dangerous.
A good chance for a
This'll do
certain
the
arts
trick.
work well on
Should you be
it. Certain
fighting?
arts work well on it.
Don't
Hey,
get
was
caught.
it?
Have some more.
This is dangerous.
A good chance for a certain arts work
Activating
well
now or
on it.
never.
A chance for a Some elements look
I suggest
effective.
we strike now.
Your turn, Judith.
Velocity.
I won't let this chance slip
Might
by.
want a boost here.
Going all in.
Make it
Das ist
count.
hart. Jail.
One skill coming right up.
Mr. Arkwright!
Have some more.
This is dangerous.
A good chance for a certain arts work well on it.
Activating set.
One skill coming right up.
Miss Lanster! No!
This is dangerous.
A good chance for a sharp
Activating
boost.
Have some more.
This is dangerous.
A good chance for a sharp
Activating
boost.
set.
One skill coming right up.
Mr. Arkwright!
Have some more.
Your turn, Judith.
No!
This is dangerous.
Activating shards.
I won't let this chance slip by.
Might want a boost here.
You're open!
Was
This
okay,
is
das Skills probieren.
dangerous.
Die haben alle im drauf. Sehr unwahrscheinlich, was du.
You picked the wrong
Wenn dein
guy
Zauber
to
nicht
fight.
extrem schnell ist, damit durchkommst.
Level 4. Leveled up.
Is there anyone here who's got some dirt on Van?
I don't think I have anything that would top what his best friend could share.
I have a story or two. I'll tell you about when Mr. Arkwright trained for 3 months at the Mardu.
Shut up. And why the hell do you know about that anyway?
Großteil der Gruppe leidet gerade unter FOMO.
Threat level
Ja,
high.
ich komme
Be
gleich.
extremely cautious.
Und X-Ring?
Engaging enemy.
You could do a charge attack too.
There! There! Wait for the right time. Strike! Got this in the bag.
Jetzt muss ich schmeißen.
Now or never.
Activating
There's nothing
skill.
I can't.
Boost gauge
Go
limiter
time.
removed. Activate. Boost
This
gauge
is
limiter
dangerous.
removed.
Certain activating skill.
Sucker. A chance.
I suggest we strike now.
Up to you, Reset.
There! Mr. Arkwright!
Up to you, Reset.
Max boost. One
I
skill.
shall...
Boost gauge enhanced.
Miss Lanster!
And activating skill.
Sucker.
Zu viele Skorpione.
I leveled up.
Viel zu viele Skorpione.
Engaging enemy.
You could do a charge attack too.
Well then, away we go.
Eat this! There's another!
Battle finished. We did exemplary work.
Aber
Magic attacks recommended.
How's this?
Boost gauge level maximum.
There! There! They flank!
Now's the time for shards.
There! There! No mercy for you!
A chance for a shard boost.
I won't hold back.
Might want to boost some arts. Really hurt.
A chance!
May we proceed with caution.
One skill. Boost gauge enhance. One skill. Boost gauge enhance.
I
That
detect
went
treasure.
better than I anticipated.
Always got it down, Reset.
I eagerly await your performance.
Perfekt Dodge, das habe ich eigentlich inzwischen. Schon 100 geschafft. Das ist voll. Jupp. 150. Decoy. Ist okay, aber nicht notwendig.
You picked the wrong guy to fight.
Och nee. Hört zwar auf mit den Riesenviechern.
Magic attacks recommended.
Take care. It's above an A-level threat. I eagerly await your performance.
Got this in the bag.
A chance for a shard boost. Activating. Boost gauge limiter removed. Activate. Boost gauge limiter removed.
Here's our chance.
Certain arts work
May we
well on it.
proceed with caution. I won't let this chance slip by.
Make it count.
One skill coming right up.
Mr. Arkwright!
Activating. Boost gauge limiter removed.
I
Das
won't
Ding
let
steht
this
immer
chance
noch.
slip
Was
by.
ist zum Henker?
One skill coming right
Here's our
up.
chance.
Have some more. Here goes.
Keep your guard up.
They fly! I won't let this chance.
Sucker.
That went better than I anticipated.
Treasure. Good job, Reset.
Das war noch. Wenn das kommt, immer noch so gut wie am Boss. Eindeutigeres
I
Zeichen
see
gibt's
a
doch gar nicht.
stopping point. Would you care to rest?
Got that one deep. Piece of cake. See, I can cook too, you know.
So. Die ganz großen jetzt. Okay. Geld habe ich. Jupp. Na, gucken wir doch mal, was wir kriegen. Oder auch noch nicht.
Ooh, a treasure chest!
Now we're tough. That one looks tough.
Yeah, I'm on it.
It's over. They're down. Too slow. Take this. There.
Your charge attack is ready
It's
for
over.
use.
There. There. They're down. Too slow. Take this. It's over.
Pull it together and fight!
Das wäre jetzt aber knapp nicht. Ich bleibe und nur X drücken, trefft er nicht an. Auch in Richtung drücken, damit er nicht eingreift. Also bleibt er einfach noch stehen.
There. There. I'm just getting warmed up.
Mindestens brauche ich mir hier keine Sorgen um diese verwirrten Skorpione zu machen. Der beseitigt die ziemlich einfach. Hm? So, und ich muss sagen, soll eine Kiste direkt hier sein.
There.
I'm on it!
It's over. Take this. Take this. Take this. Take this.
We're not done yet!
Your charge attack is ready for use.
Let's keep moving ahead.
Nee, war noch nicht.
Enemy stunned. Now's the time to deploy charms.
Take this! It's over! They're down!
Next one!
Take this! Take this!
Very well done.
Here we go.
Commencing combat. Your charge attack is ready for use.
Too slow! Take this!
Let's keep moving ahead.
Gut.
Ooh, a
Haben
treasure
wir
chest!
hier Mute 2.
Watch it. There are enemies.
It's over!
I'm on it!
They're down!
Your charge attack is ready for use.
They're down! Take this!
Komm, der liegt direkt da. Wieso treffe ich den nicht?
Not done yet!
Manchmal sind Hitboxes in dem Spiel fraglich.
Next!
Zumindest im Action-RPG-Teil.
Very well done.
Too slow! There!
Hate to admit it, but you're a lot stronger than I thought you'd be.
Yeah, and the way you divided up the teams made a lot of sense.
Take this!
Naturally. Rest assured, you can count on me to have everyone's backs.
Praise Arusha and the flames.
I can tell he's being sincere. I understand now why Van trusts him so much.
It's over! Too slow! Take this!
Magic attacks are most effective.
There! Too slow! There!
Your charge attack is ready for use.
There!
Very well done.
Fühlt sich an wie ein
Looks like a nice
Cheat-Charakter.
chest.
Gut in physischen und magischen Angriffen mit normalem in diesem Modus. Das fühlt sich an wie Cheaten.
This could get tricky with so many.
Take this!
Magic attacks are most effective.
Ouch.
Take this!
Beginning combat.
Take
Your
this!
charge attack is ready for use.
It's over! They're down! There!
So, ich wollte schon sagen, was passiert denn hier? Der Fisch schiebt die Krabbe.
Take this!
Ich sah sie nur auf mich zukommen, während sie gestunt war. War ziemlich verwirrt.
Slow!
That's what you get.
Commencing combat. Your charge attack is ready for use. Very well done. Magic attacks are most effective.
It's over! They're down!
Now
Take
we're
this!
talking. That one looks tough.
Take this! Too slow! It's over! They're down! Take this! There!
We're not done yet.
It's over! They're down! Take this! Too slow! There!
What do you say we rough them up a
It's
little?
over! Take this! There! There!
Next.
They're down! There! Take this! It's over! Take this!
What do you say we rough them up a little?
Take this! They're down! Too slow! There! There!
Praise Arusha and
Heilung schmeißen.
flames.
Okay. Das war umsonst. War nur das Kleinste.
Hey, let's say we take 5.
I feel much better. I feel much better.
Weiß noch das rein. Was?
I'm stuffed.
Was? Ja, 1000 HP extra, aber echt Schaden. There's still no sign of any people or monsters. I don't know about you, but I'm getting bored of just running, so how about you get to spilling? Time to tell us about Van, buddy. Aaron. Yeah, I want to know too. I can only tell you about the times when we were together, though. I believe you've already heard about his time in Horatio, which just leaves our time at Aramis. I really want to know, but still... Yes, please. I want to hear all the sordid deeds between him and Eau Claire too. Guys, we really shouldn't. If you'd rather not be involved, we can run a bit ahead of you. Wait! Yeah, I thought so. The more the merrier. Alright then. Why do I get the feeling Ren's telling him about my personal life as we speak? Well, he did say he was going to. And here we are missing out on the fun. So come on, out with it. Out with what? You want to hear everything that happened while you were at Aramis, of course? Yeah, it sure feels to me like you were going out with Beauty's Blade while you were there. It isn't proper to pry into another's affairs, you two. Oh, but what an incredible coincidence it was that you happened to meet your friends again while at Aramis, You're just as bad as the rest of them. Oh, it's not like I'm that desperate to hide it or anything.
So, you know all about me growing up in an orphanage in Horatio. But after that, I ended up in the custody of another place. A lot happened after that, to say the least. Both good and bad. Then things changed again when I was 14, and I ended up somewhere else. That was when someone suggested I take the entrance exam for Aramis. And that was where we met again for the first time in 7 years. I had no idea what they'd been up to all that time, and they knew just as little about me. They're just some people you can't get away from, though, I guess.
Still, while neither of us knew exactly what happened to him, we could tell something had. We didn't try to push the matter. Instead, we rejoiced in our reunion and rekindled our old bonds. Much happened during our time together, including the school festival in late April and the student council president election. And through it all, we quickly went back to being as close as we were before. When I became student council president, the two of them even helped me with my work. Still, not everything could be the same as it was in the old days. It didn't take long for Van and Elaine to realize their attraction to one another, and during late autumn, the two of them confessed to each other and started dating. Having suspected how they felt towards one another since our childhood, the only surprise for me was that it took so long. Still, while it made me happy to see the two of them come together, I couldn't help but feel a little lonely to see them pair off without me. Did I have feelings for her? No, not at all. I had a girlfriend of my own at the time, and all in all, I was quite satisfied with my personal life.
It was like most relationships at that age. It was never gonna last. It was over and done in half a year. I think we'd just gotten carried away because we were so happy to be together again. I wasn't the only one with stuff going on either. I could tell she had trouble with her family even then. But that's how relationships are. We probably could have taken it further, it just didn't work out that way. After that, we were both focused on the school festival as second years. And by that, I mean we were busy as hell. Preparations revolved around Renee as president, Elaine as vice president, and me working behind the scenes. We filled the whole thing with surprises. The performance at the end was some real unprecedented stuff. The school principal may have been less than pleased by it all, but looking back, it was still a fond memory for me. You wouldn't believe how cute Elaine was then, or how much like an older brother Renee was with the way he looked out for us. But not long after, everything came to an abrupt end. The next student council election was held in May, and Elaine became its next president. Everyone, including us, expected that Van would go on to become her vice president, but it was not to be.
All the letter he left to me said was, "Sorry, take care of Elaine for me, while the one he left for Elaine contained a clumsily written apology. Neither of us were told anything about the reason behind his actions.
And that's how second-year student Van Arkwright dropped out before he could graduate. That was 7 years ago now. Well, 7.5 if you want to get nitpicky about it.
Van. Why did you? No, never mind. There were a bunch of reasons why I dropped out, but one was that I just wasn't cut out for that life to begin with. Sure, you guys already know I'm not great in groups or at being a part of something. Aaron's got a bit of that in him too, so I'm really hoping he doesn't end up like me. I don't think you need to worry about him. Still, are you sure you're really as bad with groups as you're saying? Huh? But why would he just drop out like that? Sure, there's some reason, but no doubt he'd rather take it to the grave than tell us. Judging by that crap he was spewing this morning. Oh, right.
Van is going to be just fine. Oh? I believe the reason he said what he did this morning is the opposite. Because he's facing us head on. He's not trying to change the subject or gloss over how he's feeling. He's giving us a clear sign that something's wrong. We all know how he is. He's cunning but kind, and more dependable than anyone. And deep down, a little timid, too. That's why I'm not worried about him. He's going to be just fine.
You have been doing a fine job as the chief of Arkwright Solutions. It seems to come to you naturally, too, as does your consideration for all of us.
Yeah. I've always been good at looking out for others. I mean, look at how understanding you've been of my situation. I don't think Elaine and Kincaid are going to be satisfied with that explanation. Or the others in the office, for that matter.
I believe the time will eventually come for you to stop running and face everyone. Not just us, but your friends, your master, the people you live with. There are so many people who care deeply for you. I count myself among them.
It's honestly hard to watch you sometimes and not say anything. But at the end of the day, the responsibility falls to you before anyone else. And you need to be aware of that.
Good grief. I feel like I can hear everyone on Renee's side saying the same damn things. I'll settle this with myself eventually, if for nothing else but to make me look cool.
That sounds like a good start to me.
You do like to act cool after all.
We would all like to do what we can to help you when that time comes.
Perhaps he's finally losing his touch. Or more like it's time for him to finally pay the piper.
Damn. He's fighting a losing battle if even a schoolgirl can see through his act now. Feels like he's putting a pointlessly long abeyance on the inevitable while he tries to find himself to me, if I'm being real with you.
I could see the finding himself angle. Yeah. No idea what an abeyance is, though. I'm not sure it's quite that simple. Still, I believe in him. I know he'll stop averting his eyes one day. Not from us so much as from himself. And yes.
Listen to this girl.
It's that kind of straightforward honesty that has the greatest effect on him, I think. Perhaps if I'd been able to say the same to him 7 years ago. No. There's no use in dwelling on the past.
We're almost at the end of the corridor. Get ready, team. Now that we've come this far, I'm determined to make it to the end before he does. Then let's get a move on. Right. This isn't a race, you know. Even if I admittedly do want to see everyone's faces again as soon as possible. Hey guys. Got here at the same time, huh? I'm exhausted after all that running. I'm just glad we all made it here unharmed. So am I. I trust you didn't let any of our targets slip past you. Same question right back at you. Still. All of them appear to be behaving just as strangely as the ones from before. We're screwed. Screwed! I want my mummy. Please forgive us, boss. Please. Melchior, sir, I'm begging you. They've let their fear take control of them. Who do they even think they are talking to? Be careful, everyone. Shit.
What's happening?
Don't let it get the best of you!
An Arc Devil?
Van?
Pull yourself together, you mischief maker!
Got it, Renee. You pampered prince!
Don't you call me any part of that ever again.
Damn it! I refuse to lose to a being so unscientific.
We will back you up to the utmost of our abilities. Please, Arusha! Keep us safe from harm!
I hope you don't think you can take down the Great Grimcat!
Assume its strength to be equal to a high-ranking cryptid. Here it comes!
This is your chance for a shard boost.
Leave this to me. Follow my lead. One skill coming right up.
Rechtstausen. Sollte nicht allzu problematisch werden.
A chance!
Now! Perfect chance! All you now!
Taking center stage!
I suggest we strike now. One skill coming right up. Boost, get your hands!
Brace yourself. Here goes. Time for the main.
They're stunned!
Now or never!
Schön.
Activating skill.
There! You know what to do, Anya!
Activating drive.
All you on, yes.
Purgatory Howard. 3000. Harmloser hier.
Have some more!
All you on, yes.
Boost level maximum.
I suggest we strike now. Activating drive.
Jetzt spammst es auch noch.
You know what to do, Anya! Now or never!
Activating skill. There we go. A chance.
Activating drive.
One skill coming right up. There we go.
Triple Heavy Ray. Ouch.
Chance. There.
There.
All you on, yes.
A chance.
17.000.
Boost level maximum.
Activating drive. There. Miss Claudel.
Die Zauber werden ja langsam bösartig stark. It's changed phases. calling its minions. Found 25 enemy spirits. No, 26. You gotta be kidding me. You must be using the fear of our original targets as a foothold to enter this world. How careless of me. I should have sent that Alpha unit in after all. Damn right you should have. Whatever, I'll take this. What are you doing? Wait, you aren't... Van? Guess this'll be my first time showing it to you directly, huh? I can tell you how it works, but enjoy the show.
No, there will be no need for that.
Oh god, Zeros. And...
I'll back you up.
Elaine? The hell? I thought you weren't gonna be back until tomorrow. You must have really rushed everything to get back here early.
Yes, but I did everything that I needed to. So I'm not letting you have all the glory.
Ever the stubborn one, I see.
Have another person join you, Van. Everyone else, we will secure the left and right sides.
Thanks. Oh, come on. Feels like we just had all of our thunder stolen from us. We'll have to take out the others one at a time so that Van's team can focus on the largest target. Right. I'll support however I can. I'll get them all, even the ones in the middle. Theo, Saros, it's time to go all out. Ich brauche meinen Heiler und einen Zauberschmeißer. So gut, was ihr überhaupt nichts trefft. Aber auch überhaupt nichts.
One skill coming right up. Have some more. Miss Lancer.
Activating skill.
There. It's go time.
Activating
There's
skill.
nothing.
Boost gauge limiter removed.
Barry, help me out.
Activating skill.
There. Do your
Ach, ihr könnt also doch treffen.
Activating skill.
Gotcha. Reset. One skill coming right up. Have some more. Come on. Now or never.
Activating
There's
skill.
nothing.
Boost gauge limiter removed.
A chance. Gotcha.
Gut, das war Runde 1.
Deploying shards.
Keep going.
Einfach gleich schmeißen.
Here goes.
Das Team ist ja Vorsprung.
Out with the best. Go to town, Gramps. Gotcha.
That's far enough!
Huh. Yeah. Gotcha. It's go time.
Activating skill. Boost
Here's our
gauge limit
chance.
removed. Activate. Boost gauge limit
Go time.
removed.
Wenigstens etwas eingefroren. Ist jetzt wieder am Weg. Achso, Reichweite ist im Weg.
Like that'll work. Go to town, Gramps.
Activating skill.
Too slow.
I shall handle this.
Activating
All
skill.
or nothing.
Ich habe gesehen, Schwierig war nicht.
Cosmos holding ruin. Celestial impact.
Doch, ich glaube. Du schon wieder? Wäre eine Verschwendung.
Sucker! Get going, Ben!
Too slow!
Don't stop now, Elaine!
Engaging skill.
Now! On yes!
Activating drive.
A chance!
Boost level maximum. Activating drive.
Bring it on!
That's it?
Don't stop now, Elaine!
Yeah! They're down!
Sucker! A chance.
25.000.
Activating skill.
Too slow!
If you would.
Boost level maximum.
Here goes!
Eh?
Boost level activating drive.
All you on yes. A chance.
Ach nur.
Time for a new look.
If you could!
Here goes. Take this. You're gone.
Bisschen Overkill. It'll take more than that to stop us. I can't sense their presence any longer. The space around us seems to have stabilized now too. They are all unconscious by the looks of it. Do you think those creatures really appeared as a result of their fear? Indeed, they must have been underlings of the 77 devils described in the Testaments. This isn't the first time in recent years that such beings have emerged. Indeed, the last time was during the war, I believe. Yeah, pretty sure some showed up because of the Great Twilight. That they did. Several even appeared in the Republic. But how did something so significant end up down here? You really think these guys feeling cornered was the cause? It's hard to say for sure. However, it is said that devils are drawn to the negative emotions of humans. Thankfully, that was the last of their ominous presence here. I can no longer sense them. Well done. Whew, what a relief. I never expected to find myself up against supernatural beings down here. We owe our victory to everyone fighting so valiantly. Feeling jealous? A little, yes. Still, I'm glad it could happen. It feels like it's been 7 years in the making. I suppose so. I'm hoping everyone was too distracted from the fight to notice my e-transform.
Damn. We come down here after sensing some evil shit in the air, and what do we find?
You're those church knights. If it isn't our favorite couple of crackpots.
Looking for a fight, punk? Wait, was an Archdevil here?
I have to wonder if we were even needed, with our master already being here.
Not at all. You came at the perfect
Nice
time.
going, Elaine. Looks like you didn't arrive a minute too soon.
We could hear the fighting while we were on our way here. But you and your old friends work together like a dream, huh?
A nice enough dream, I suppose. Why are you looking at me like that?
Like what?
You're just imagining it.
Reporting in, sir. Are those the rest of their members? Correct. Take them into custody. This should be the last of them. Yes, sir. Feels to me like we were never even needed. Oh, I'm sure that's not true. We were able to lure out the bulk of Almada's remaining forces after all. Phew. Finally we can take a break. I'm just glad we were able to smack some sense into those idiots when they went crazier than a pump sprouting tits. There are better ways of putting it. Still, I'm pooped. Same here. As soon as I realized it was over, my stomach started rumbling like crazy. I know it won't make up for everything you've done, especially in Orasia, so we can leave that for some other time. But how about we all head to the bistro below your work for a little celebration? Huh? That sounds like a plan to me. I've had my eye on that place for a while. Heard even the former president's a fan. Hold on, you two. Even our division chief speaks highly of it. You can't say I'm not curious myself. The place where you're staying, Master? I'm curious too. Won't we be troubling them by charging in unannounced in such large numbers? It's not an inn. It would be best if we asked them first, but the owner is a generous man. He may well accommodate us. Wait, even you're on board with this? Not often we have the chance to go somewhere together, you know? I think it'd be nice to invite Bermodi too, and maybe some of my classmates, if that's alright. Oh, can we invite Zara and Shahina too then? And Inspector Daswani. Works for me. Maybe I'll give Nina and Gordy a call so they can join in on the fun. And I'll give Essie and Supervisor Giscard a call too. I can see Ashen and the others pitching a fit if they find out they weren't invited, so I'd better let them in on this. Then I'll reach out to Montmort post-haste. Da wird nie im Leben genug Platz sein für das alles. But you have to encourage them. This is gonna be total chaos. My only reason is the one I stated. And you're coming too, of course. Does that work for you too, Elaine? I suppose so. Just thinking about it takes me back to our school festival after party. There's no way this isn't gonna be way worse. Upon hearing of their plans, Montmort's owners graciously allowed them to an exclusive run of the bistro until 7 PM. They then invited many of their friends and acquaintances to join them, amounting to a more than modest celebration. Langsam wird's eng in dem Raum. Ashen hat immer irgendwas in der Hand. Armada's reign of terror at an end, they were able to let go and truly enjoy the moment. And despite most attendees rarely or never crossing paths, they opened up to each other in record time. Even celebrities like Judith, Nina, and the Crown Prince fit right in with the evening of merriment and delicious food. There were some who stepped over the line and ended up paying the price, but they only got what they deserved.
I can't believe even Sao ended up coming. This shit ended up being a crazier mess than I was counting on.
It is quite the mishmash of people. I never pictured Ren, the Gralsritter, and the Crown Prince to ever be in the same room. If you tried to tell someone who wasn't here about this guest list, they'd think you were making it up.
Especially so with unscrupulous celebrities like Risha Mao and Judith Lanster being here. Since we do owe them, however, I see no reason to drive them out.
I got no comment on either of them. Though Miss Vice President here might not be as up for letting some things slide.
Just how far stuck in the past are you? If nothing else, dealing with the Twilight forced me to be a little more flexible with whom I work. And I certainly doubt you could have triumphed in Oracion without the help of people from all sides of the moral spectrum.
Sure doubt it.
Realizing that you can't always keep it clean is a sign that you have truly matured. I'd wondered if the two of you would ever grow up, but at last, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
Don't let me in with him!
Or maybe you two haven't changed in the slightest. You're both exactly like you were in high school. It goes double for you then. You're still the same slave driver you've always been. Paid off though. From student council president to counseling the president. To be sure, you've never been shy about your lofty ambitions. What's the plan then? Building a foothold in the CID, shooting through police bureaucracy, then finally landing in politics? I won't deny it. Skill and knowledge only have meaning when you use them, and I intend to use mine. Of course, there are plenty of roads I could take to get into politics besides this one. Here comes his boundless confidence. Not like he ain't got good reason for it, but I bet your chief must have a hard time working out what to do with you. Well, she's a smart woman. I don't doubt she sees right through me. You found yourself a fine base of operations, haven't you? It's almost a shame the actual work you do from here is as shady as it comes. It really is a nice place. Even your landlords are sweethearts. I'm sure them being around has helped you achieve a balanced diet too, even if it probably still contains far too much sugar. Who are you, my mother? And if you think the work we're doing here is shady, maybe stop piling more on us. How are things with your dad, by the way? I've heard he's at least cooperating with questioning. He is. I've started seeing glimpses of the man he once was. I did plan to stay in Oracion until a guilty verdict on his charge was reached. But my mother sent me away, saying she was sure I had something more important to do. I see. Simone always was a strong woman, and it appears that she still is. Well, even if there's more to come, you must be feeling some relief that you have finally settled matters with him. I do. Half the reason I wanted to become a bracer was to clear my doubts about my father. I hate how those doubts turned out to be justified, but even still, he'll always be family to me. And though it led me to being the one to charge him, I don't regret the path I chose. Now I can dedicate my days to mulling over what being a bracer really means to me. It's time for me to consider my personal goals, to find how I can wield my sword for my sake. It's like I can finally see things for what they truly are, for the first time. Maybe you should try aiming for that unofficial S rank then. You know you got the determination to work for it. I don't know about that. Or why you know about that rank for that matter. But now that I have a clearer head, I feel like even A rank is too high for me as I am. Though since the higher-ups rejected not only my resignation, but my request for a rank decrease, I'll just have to make peace with it. You even asked for a demotion, huh? Damn, you really gotta learn to loosen up. Oh yeah, you said that your dad was half the reason you became a bracer, right? What was the other half? What? Did something happen at school between me dropping out and the graduation? You could say that, I suppose. But it has absolutely nothing to do with you. Not in the slightest. Got it. What's her deal? Did I screw up or something? You do nothing but screw up with Elaine. Me and my big mouth. Stop whispering over me, honestly, boys. You know, I heard how the two of you had a whale of a time at your own little gathering following the school festival's after party. How disgraceful. Look, just cause Renee brought his other girlfriend along doesn't mean we were looking to get into trouble. We just wanted to drink some stuff our square of a vice president would have had our heads over. We didn't have a choice but to leave you out. We certainly saw some stunning clientele at that place my ex picked out, didn't we? Don't tell her that. I knew it. I knew it. You supported me during the student council elections, but you were getting up to such debauchery behind the scenes. Then out of nowhere, you just leave that letter and... I'm sorry. Bringing that up again is hitting below the belt, isn't it? In whose playbook? Right, I'm the one who's in the wrong here. You don't need to apologize. Van.
If I'm allowed to stay on this subject, then please at least answer one question for me. Not why you left us behind. Why you wouldn't let us help you. I know we were at that age where we weren't quite adults, but we weren't children either. Maybe we couldn't have helped much even if we tried. But it's been 7 years, and all of us are grown now. And we're not the only ones who want to help you. All of your part-timers do too, along with so many others. Is there nothing we can do? Can you still not rely on us?
Sorry.
Elaine.
I know what you're going to say. I'm sorry, Van. I overstepped my boundaries there.
Like I said, I'm the one who's in the wrong. So you know, you're right to be mad at me. And honestly, it makes me kinda happy that you are. Thanks.
You are so uncool.
Yeah, no arguments here.
It goes beyond uncool. It's almost painful to watch sometimes. You try your best to come across as apathetic about everything, but it's obvious as can be that you're faking it.
I agree. We bracers might get labeled something as embarrassing as allies of justice, but you're the one acting more like a kid's idea of cool. Someone who's so soft that he can't bear to turn his back on anyone in need.
Hit the nail on the head. You're softer than half the candy you eat, and aren't even aware of it.
You guys can stop dunking on me anytime now.
Putting aside your uncool demeanor, then you could probably stand to be a little more like the adult you are in front of your employees.
Damn, fun's over already?
We didn't mean to butt in. We just wanted to tell you that it was about time for the party to break up.
That doesn't really track with how hard you were trying not to be noticed.
How long have you guys been there?
Pardon us. We arrived roughly around when you said thanks.
You are so hopeless. You can sniff out just about anything, but you couldn't catch a whiff of us right around the corner.
Elaine! We're heading back to the branch now. What are you gonna do?
We won't stop you if you were planning a little one-on-one time with your friend there.
Of course I'm not. I'll, come down and join you.
I'm planning to return to the office as well. Will you be accompanying me, Kincaid?
If I may, I will be right there.
Aw, there were so many cute girls here I felt like I was clicking with too.
Hast du nicht eine Freundin? Solltest du nicht vorsichtig sein?
I can stay longer, right, sir?
Are you out of your mind? You have reports to write.
I feel you, young man. I feel you so much it hurts.
Honestly, I'm of the same mind. But it isn't right to deny the regulars of their bistro any longer.
Thanks for inviting me, Van!
I had a lot of fun here, too.
I am so very honored that you extended an invitation to my humble self as well.
We didn't!
Why did you even come?
My bad. I just wanted the hot dancer, but he ended up tagging along.
So it was your fault!
Es wird so langsam Zeit, dass alles den Bach runtergeht, oder nicht?
I still can't believe it. You really went to Aramis then?
Yeah, though I dropped
That
out.
stage performance you did when you were a student was bonkers. Albert was almost starry-eyed when he was watching it. He started going on about how we had to do something at least as good.
I was not, and I did not.
Well, may it serve as inspiration while we start ironing out what we want to do for our own festival. Goodbye for now, Van. Thank you for inviting us.
There were so many interesting folks. I had a blast chatting them up.
Glad to hear it. What about you? Had fun?
Well, the food was pretty stellar, and it was exciting to meet so many different kinds of people. Whatever. Thank you for inviting me, sir.
Aw, sir. Look at him being so sweet.
Sweet now, but will he go back to sour later?
You don't need to analyze me.
You good?
Oh, it's nothing.
The train arriving on platform 2 will be traveling through the Aubert district to...
There's our train.
We gotta go, Agnes.
Right. Don't worry. It really is nothing. It's been a challenging day, so I hope you got a lot of rest.
Same to you. Night all. Phew, it's only 8 and I'm already feeling beat. It's just my imagination, right? We've dealt with all of Almada's leftovers. My nose ain't picking up anything out of the ordinary either. But... Sorry, ich verstehe keine Streifensprache.
I doubt I'll sniff out anything more tonight. Better to focus on clearing out the 4 SPGs I've got piled up over the next couple days. I should make the rounds and see what else I can wrap up. I'm sure there's something.
What's next?
Ja, alles verteilen.
I'll take good care of it.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you, Van.
Den krieg ich nicht voll. Together they headed to the site of Grimcat's supposed latest heist. Thank you for coming, Van. Don't sweat it. If something's bugging you, better take care of it ASAP. So, what are we looking at? Is this where Grimcat hid? You mean the fake Grimcat? There was this fake calling card left behind. The phantom thief Grimcat has stolen your treasure. Just a chicken scratch on a dirt piece of paper. I know, right? Right? Talk about disrespect. They're going to go around posing as me. They could at least put some effort into it. Like matching the stationery at least. It really what's bothering you here? Actually, no. How'd you even get that in the first place? After tracing their steps, I was able to predict where they would strike next. Sort of. I got here after the fact, but I did manage to beat the cops by a bit. No small fry if they can shake you off at least. Yeah. They've got the acrobatics to match, at least. But I'm sure it's just a matter of time before I catch up though. So I figured I'd call in the cavalry, just in case. Ben and Judith set off in pursuit of the fake Grim Cat. Judith's investigation suggested the fake Grim Cat would strike multiple targets in one night. Their goal was to catch the fake Grim Cat before they struck again. The footmarks are faint, but they are visible. It's pretty clear our perps running on the rooftops. They have the gall to steal my name, but not my methods. They run on walls, damn it, not rooftops. Guess they are a lousy Grim Cat copy, huh? They aren't just targeting the rich and corrupt either. They've widened the scope to ordinary citizens. And that just makes them a common thug. No, they are worse than that. They are pure and utter scum. Grimcat is a virtuous thief who only steals to punish the wicked, and this dirtbag's only interested in lining their own pockets. Damn, you sure are pissed about this. And how could I not be? I inherited the mantle from Mom and Grammy. That role means the world to me. No, it's not just that. This is the way of life I've believed in since I was a little girl. And I happen to be very proud of it. So of course I'm angry. The name is being dragged through the mud by a money-grubbing asshole. Alright, time to rein it in. I get why you're mad as hell, but I'm gonna need you to cool your jets before we go after the imposter. You might be a superpowered badass thief lady, but you're still human. One careless move and it could be curtains for us. Fine. I get the picture. I guess I am a little heated right now. I've gotta ask though, since it's on my mind, why are you going this far to help me out? I thought you didn't work for free. The copycat only started prowling the streets this past week, yeah? If you weren't so busy helping us clean up the mafia, you would have mopped the floor with this two-bit crook by now. You're kinda in this mess because of me, so I figured I should pay you back the debt I owe. Hey, why are you giving me that look? Oh, nothing. It's just that, while I do appreciate the help and everything, something you said rubbed me the wrong way. It's always pay off my debt this or settle my debt that with you. Doing favors isn't like paying off a bar tab, you know? You aren't one to pull your punches, are you? You've got that right. I like to be frank with people, whether they are close friends or a complete stranger. And while I'm on a roll, I might as well tell you you're not off the hook for that little incident in Long Lay. And here I was thinking what happened in Long Lay would stay in Long Lay. Why don't I just turn the other cheek? Will another slap help you forgive and forget? No way, I won't let you off that easy. Together they continued following the imposter's trail. By cross-referencing the leads they had so far with information on the Orbal network, they finally identified the culprit. And then... Vom Event was Zwampbrot. Like taking candy from a baby. Better stow the goods back at base before I go out for round 2. Sup? So this really is your base. Huh? The real Grimcat? Pick your jaw up off the floor, faker. You didn't really think you'd get away with using my name forever, did you? Well, not a bad little operation you had going here. After getting fired from the circus, you took to performing on the streets. But when things started getting hectic, the opportunity to copy Grimcat and steal shit was just too good to pass up. How do you know so much about me? Whatever, I've been in tighter pinches than this. Huh, your impression ain't half bad. Is now really the time to mess with me? He's getting away. I think not. Oh. The cavalry. The hell are you doing here? I heard some unsavory rumors regarding a Grimcat imposter and decided to investigate the matter myself. Though it's clear now it would be swiftly resolved regardless of my intervention. That's right. I totally could have handled this on my own. Still, thanks, Yin. Well, what's done is done. Let's get out of here. They then left the apprehended imposter in front of the police station with a note from the real Grimcat. After visually confirming the culprit's arrest, the three moved more once more vanished into the night.
You sure know how to turn on the charm. Not that you can outcharm me, of course.
Ich? Das ist voll. Gut. Dann kann ich ja jetzt in Ruhe essen gehen.